Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Okay, here we go. All right.
Yep, we can hear you.
All right. Peace to the family. Peace to the family. How y'all doing, fam? It's Jamie. Sankofa, 180 degrees. Hey, man, we back again. Welcome, everybody. Glad. Hope everybody, enjoy this presentation by the one and only, the one and only, the true.
Hey, killing me.
That's my man though. Hey, this is brother Unc though, man. Unc, my man Unc. Go ahead, Unc. Tell him what you got going, baby boy.
Hey, Jamie set me off right, man. He started me on this journey, man, and there was a lot of communication, man. So I just been on fire ever since. Always researching, man. Some days I gotta take a break and let shit marinate. But yeah, our boy Eric, man, he's gonna be on. He has some really important stuff to tend to today, so we apologize and we support, Eric in his responsibilities. So he's just gonna reschedule, and he's all prepared, of course, man. He got 30 plus years of study, so I'm really excited. We just rescheduled it, and I'll post that announcement, when we get it together. So next week we got the children's book read. With that, man, we just the children read a book, man. From I think this one is going to be one from one of the principals, and so it's been going really good. And then we give away a free book to the kids, free of charge to you, to the parents, and we ship it off to you. And we just ask that the kids come back next month and read that book. So that'll be at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Sunday, next Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So a lot of exciting stuff going on. I'm just going to show a couple quick videos, man, from the Black Excellence. One from the Black Excellence Conference, and to me, it's a representation of just being what we would call in the westernized world, filled with the Holy Spirit, touched by the Holy Spirit, and I think this is just more genuine, and it doesn't have the physical manipulation of being filled and the evidence and all that kind of stuff that the church goes through. Blessings to the people that respect all that and do it. I'm just going back to the roots, and it's just a really beautiful thing, man. The drums beat to the beat of the heart. It's a representation of the heart, and this is just my perception. The blood that pumps through your veins. It stimulates the mind and the soul. It just seems to agree with the soul, man. And then it sends out the echoes to the ancestors, and the Netcheroos and so forth. And so, especially the ones that have passed, in this barbaric treatment, so it's just my thought process, and there seems to be reverberation through, ancient history. So the other one, Dr. Smalls is going to talk a little bit, and I might play Infudushi. And these are all master teachers, man. And so what I'm really doing is just providing resources, resources for you to research, people that you can research and gain other resources from. And it's all about doing the research yourself. So that's really my focal point, is to take it back to the original, the beat of the hearts, and the, being filled with that spirit, man. Not the Holy Spirit, that's westernized, but just the spirit. And it's just really exciting to me. And this is a Black conference in New York that they had this year. And we watched the one that was in Detroit the year before. So I have that video, and if you ever get a chance, You know, Happy Films is all in this, what I'm going to present. And there again, it's just resources so you can get in touch with your Black divinity. Or do, you know, so
And the
anyways.
film is by Happy Films, right?
Right.
Happy Films, yeah, and that's a really, really good podcast to check out, family. Hey man, they got a lot going on there, man. A lot of good information, a lot of good guests that they have speaking, man. That a lot of master teachers that speak on that platform as well, man. That's a really, really good, good platform, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, King. Yeah, you know, you always bring, you know, some nice information, man. Uh, I was gonna say something, man, but yeah, nevertheless, go ahead, King.
Yeah, when you get it back, just jump in. Just jump in.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, both of these are by Happy Film from Happy Film. You know, both of the videos that I'm going to use are from Happy Film, and it's just a plethora of people with boots on the ground. You know, get their hands dirty. They know what they're talking about. They got receipts to provide for us to research and not just take their word for it. They encourage, you know, asking questions where in other places it's just not you know, you the devil, you know. Jane, what was that? What was that last banner that you just read that we was just talking about?
Oh, oh, right here. Isn't it just a look with? You want me to share it real quick?
Yeah, share that real quick.
All right,
Put
it's
some
right here,
receipts.
man.
See if you can enlarge that so it's on the full screen.
That better?
Yeah. Yeah,
Is that
that's
better?
better. Yeah, that's even better. One more time. Yeah, that's even better.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So what it says is, isn't it just a little bit suspicious that knowledge? I can't see that word.
Suspicious that knowledge is the original sin in all of the Abrahamic religions. So it is just saying that what you know, and it goes on and says it's almost like all of those religions want all of us to be stupid. Go ahead, King. You want to read those, or you want me to read them?
Yeah. You can read because you can see them clearer than me. But the one
Okay.
that I was referring to, and all of them stick out. But the one I was referring to was a bulletin on the church. Is a free thinker is Satan's slave. Now
Right,
that's
and
on the
that's
bulletin of
that
the church, man.
that's Assembly of God. That's their church. This church. So this is what they're saying. They're saying that a free thinker is Satan's slave. That was what you was talking about, King.
That's the one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna read all four for the
Okay.
other.
Okay. And the other one is Barrow Baptist Church. It says faith sees God, intellect does not. So you know, and then Church of Christ. It says the more educated we become, the farther we move away from God. And then Newtonville United Methodist Church. Faith is believing in something when common sense tells you not to. I mean, that's just really deep, man. When you read them things, man. I mean, that's like, I mean, that's like telling you in your face, man. Like, look, man, if you know, if if you are religious, there's no way that you can become or that you are a critical thinker. Don't mix, right? You can, right, because you can't think for yourself when it comes to these things right here. All Abrahamic religions, all of them. There's no way you can think for yourself because you're scripted. You have to go off a script. If it ain't in the Bible, it ain't right. It ain't true, right?
Right.
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 So that's the thing, man. So hey, like they telling you a lot here, man. They're telling you a lot here, man, and it's sad, and people really you have to dumb yourself down, man, to go with this stuff, man. Or
Yeah.
you know, or you just was already there anyway. I mean, I don't know which one, whichever one. You know what I mean?
I don't know which one.
I don't know which one, but it's one or the other. You know, you either dumb yourself down or you was already there anyway. You know, from the start, right? You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah, you know. So yeah, but go ahead, King.
Yeah, yeah. So, these master teachers encourage you to think, and to ask questions, and even more so to research, and to utilize that gift of the brain, that spirit of your soul,
That's a
and
hell of
so
a point right there you just made, man. You're right, man. Like what we encourage is the total opposite of this. We encourage you to research. We encourage you to look into what we talking about and further, right? And but these people is telling you not to. They just want you to listen to them. You know what I mean? And that's dangerous, man. And when you get to a people like that's a cult, man. And you don't want to do that, man. You want to be able to go outside of a script and see other things, man. Stuff, real history and real artifacts and real archaeological finds and anthropological finds, and you know what I mean. And you want to, you want that's, what I mean. Or you could go go out the easy way and go with belief instead of you know knowing. Because I'm just saying because because I'm just saying because listen, man, if you know, you ain't got to believe no more, right?
right, right.
If you know, you don't have to believe no more, man. So that's just period. You, belief is only because you're unsure. You don't know for sure. You just it's undetermined to you. So you just have to go with it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Or you could just know, and then that way you ain't got to be bothered with trying to believe nothing no more.
yeah. But people just don't want to. They don't want to know. They already know, right? And that's it. So once you crack that third eye open, man, and start delving even a little bit into it, the same thing happens. It puts up blockers to on this side, on this end of it, it puts up blockers for you uh, that encourage you to keep on going instead of stopping, right?
Right,
So it puts a block on what's contrary is to put up blockers that don't think, don't ask that question, or it's a sin to even consider that, right? And
right,
so, I got videos, man. I got information that you know that 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 just makes you see, not question, why the church was built, what it was built on, what cost, at what cost did it happen, who is afflicted, and so we got the upcoming potential events of currency change, right? And so people are going to start sticking with their own kind once again. A bunch of division, a bunch of attacks, and I don't think it's a conspiracy. It seems pretty evident to me where religion will tell you that it's uh, you know, don't worry about that. You know, call upon you know Jesus and do your thing, right? And
yeah,
and what I'm saying is, man, what I'm saying is, you're gonna have to. People are gonna start flocking together again. Once again, dividing as a whole, even more so, and credit it to revelation, right? I'm telling you, you're gonna try and flock to your own people, and I'm talking about as black people. And you got these Hebrew Israelites that ain't gonna do shit for nobody that claims to be African. And so the prejudice persists in area to area to gender to gender and things like that. I personally don't think it's a conspiracy. I think it's pretty evident. And so and a cognitive dissonance will keep you, and the religion will keep you from having clarity. So that's my experience. So Yeah, I got a lot of info, man. That's all I was thinking on is I got a lot of info, man, that refers to a bunch of different things that are typically not voiced as interest, especially a lot of places. A lot of places. So
Hey, well, I'm
uh,
gonna say this here, man. This is what I will say, man. I hear what you're saying. Especially about this little money situation United States and these other countries is going through, right? Uh, I here's the thing, man. Like for all you guys and females, or everybody that had these personal relationships,
crazy boy.
hey, for all y'all that got these good old personal relationships with your God and all, and whoever else, right? Now's the time you probably need to be reaching out, right?
There you go.
Hey, I'm just saying, now's the time, and now's and here's the moment. Here's the moment of truth right here. We're gonna see uh how and when and if uh your personal uh friend here, that's right, your imaginary personal friend here. It's a moment of truth. We're gonna see how your wants and needs get delivered, right? This is perfect timing right now. We're gonna test the water right here. This is where the water get tested right here. When you so when you reach out, when you tell me I got that personal relation, so when you get to when you reach out to them, we see how it work out for you, right? And then my thing is this, and if it does work out for you, I just want to know what you did that the next person didn't do, that got your shit answered and your next door neighbor didn't. What I just all right. So
Hey,
just
hey, so I'm watching. So I got a game on, and I gotta have a game on,
yeah.
We're doing this, but I got that motherfucker on. My point is, them niggas prayed like a motherfucker, right?
Cool.
Them motherfuckers praying like a motherfucker to win, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah.
goddamn
Yep.
where they praying for. This is a playoff, right?
Yeah.
You, you know the motherfuckers praying like a motherfucker in the hospital, right? For their cases and on and on and on. And they pick one motherfucker. Oh, there's America, right? There's the answer. What about the rest of these motherfuckers? All I'm saying is I hope your prayers are the right motherfucking prayer. Flat the fuck out.
And I hope that whoever
And I
you
really
praying
do.
to,
I really do. I
I
really
hope
do
you
hope.
I hope you know the name of the person that you praying to, or entity, or whatever it is you praying to. And I hope that uh you know just know what, I just want to know what it's gonna do that you ain't gonna have nothing to do with.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out if what is it gonna do for you that you ain't gonna play a part in? Is the question. I mean, that's just,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just want to know
digest that one for a minute. Digest that question for a minute, man, and watch how quick dissonance takes over your ass. That's just the way it is, right? With the quickness, right? And then
that. Right.
then how stable are you? Then how firm are you? You know, and then I got to get up and move something. You know, and I talked to the ancestors, man. That seems to be real, right? I guess the real is that motherfucker you pray to. So damn, I shouldn't have said it like.
Eh,
Uh-oh, here we go. Here
Yeah.
we go.
Yep. Look at that. This Unk post right here. It's a
Take, uh,
post right here, man.
Oh, that's watching this. Just read and digest that for me.
Yeah, the
And
greatest and the most
watch how
effective lie.
dissonance. Watch how
Go ahead.
dissonance. Watch after as you read it, experience dissonance whooping your head, right?
The greatest and most effective lie told in the past 6,000 years, that a man who is allergic to the sun is the son of God. Now make that make sense. Now look at, he got the sun, he got the halo, the sun, he got the sun disk behind his head right there. You see that?
They call it a halo. They call it the aura.
It's,
The
it's still the
aura.
sun. It's still the sun. It's still the sun.
That's what
It's a
it is.
depiction of, it's a depiction of the sun.
That's what it is.
It's a depiction of the sun. They can label it how. Now listen, man. How it, and they right, but we are in a solar system. A solar system is only made for solar people. Now, understand that for a second, man. When we talking about solar, we talking about the sun, right? We talking about the SUN, not the SON, the SUN. Okay. Now, so if you are living in a solar system, only a solar people can live in that solar system peacefully, right? So here's the thing, man. So the SUN is only, when you say the SON is, he in the Bible said he came for specific people. He didn't come for everybody. Well, we talking about the SUN. The SUN, that's what they talking about. The SUN didn't come for everybody. It came for certain people, because only a certain people can go outside and hang out when the SUN is here.
Right.
Right. Right. So, and that's where that's where they get in the Bible, right? That's where the Bible come in at.
Better have some polka dots in your skin somewhere.
But you better have something. I'm just saying, that's the point, right? Because if you're in a solar system and you're not a solar people, then you in the wrong you in the wrong area, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in the wrong area, man. Because that's why I said you got to be careful about what you think that's coming back. The sun is coming back. Damn right it is. But it ain't the sun you think it is. It's you know what I mean? It's the SUN. That's what's coming back.
Man, I might should have held that post for a minute. I'm joking.
Hey, that was cold post though, man. Because just
Yeah.
think about it, King. Like, yeah, that's cold, man.
Yeah.
That's a cold post, man. Because like I said, they always got these. Look at them, man. Ain't no way in hell you gonna be in Egypt or Kemet. You're not gonna be nowhere over there looking like this.
Motherfuckers be covered up like they make them chicks cover up.
Hey, they're gonna be wrapped up like a damn mummy.
Yeah. You gotta have some olives. You gotta have some olive skin or something, man, to be out there like that.
Yeah, man, you ain't finna be out there, man. You gonna cook, man. You gonna have sunburn. You gonna die. You gonna have cancer. Yeah, you gonna be. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna better come outside. You can't come outside. You can't come outside, man. That's why I said we're in a solar system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's for solar people. That's why I said. Hence the reason why when the sun comes back, when the sun came, the sun didn't come for everybody. It came for certain people.
Yeah, especially if we're gonna go on that dictation, right?
Right. It only came for certain people, man. It's only a certain people that can go outside at 100 degrees and stay outside. It's only certain people can do that.
Yeah.
Right. Because everybody else is hiding. They tucked away. They inside, at least until the sun go down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Shit, I got
Yeah,
black skin, and I be wanting to do that shit out here in Arizona, boy. It's 100 degrees a day.
right. But guess
Yeah,
what? Guess what? The only people that you're gonna see working outside doing yard work or lawn care as their job is people that's melanated. You
yeah,
rarely gonna see some white people out here, man, or non-melanated people, should I say?
yeah.
You know that don't have don't have the right melanin, right?
Right.
You're not gonna be able to come outside and stay outside, man. You can, but you're gonna pay for it.
Okay.
You're gonna pay for it. You gonna be on, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna be able to touch your skin. You can't touch your skin. That, that burnt because your ass on fire. You know what I'm saying? But all we gonna do is turn a little red. We turn a little red, but we good. We go out
Yeah,
there the red next day. Bam, we back out there. What's happening?
yeah. And I just get blocked in the motherfucker, so
That's it.
it's
And
all
but
good.
but everybody else, you better have an umbrella. You better have an umbrella. You better be wrapped up like a mummy and with a umbrella. That's what you.
Oh shit.
Hey, or
Oh,
your ass, or you in trouble tomorrow. Come tomorrow, your ass is in trouble. You
I
ain't
be
even gonna
trying,
better.
man.
You ain't gonna
I
better
be
sleep. You ain't gonna better sleep. You can't lay on your back, but stuff you can't lay on your arms. None of that shit. This shit gonna be on fire, boy.
shit crazy. That shit. Let's get to this video.
Yeah,
Hey,
go ahead, man.
so yeah, we got a lot of information, man. It's interesting. You know, it feels so good to be able to feel good about feeling good about things that you think about, right? That you find instead of all shook. Oh shit, I can't think about that. You know, why not do it in full action, man? But that is tearing away at the internal organs, man. To have to an internal peace, man. To have to restrain from all that is interesting and good because of that book, man. You know, the dictates of that book, and then the preachers up in the motherfucking stands too. So I love the free thinking, and I love the free feelings that I get from it, the emotion, and the adjustment of my attitudes and actions towards, you know, as I go about the daily actions, you know. So in interactions with others, it's pretty cool to be free thinking, man, and to have research that's so interesting that has been hidden from us. So I wanna advocate this movie um, on Netflix, and it's called Sankofa. Sankofa. Yeah. So if you are, most people are familiar with Roots, you know, Emancipation. You know, we can go on and on and on. I just went from one end of the spectrum to the in in time in between them, right? So, you know, Rosewood, you know, on and on and on, right? This is a joint right here, Sankofa on Netflix. So let's get to one of these videos. And there again, this is about resources where people can you know, do some research and get some information from master teachers that have boots on the ground. You can get other information and people to research and videos to watch and things like this. This is from Happy Films. And it was a conference that they just held in New York. And it's a jump off of the one they did prior to uh, this one this year that I'm going to show uh, last year in Detroit. So it's really powerful stuff and a lot of resources. So let alone the information that you're going to get. To me, it's this one. This first one is about, you know, getting in the spirit. They call it you know, being filled with the Holy Ghost and stuff like that. Of course, I don't relate it to that anymore uh, personally. I'm just using that as a reference, and so I just like the original instead of the copy. So and I'm free to think and act that way, and you're free to think and act the way that you do, obviously, right? So to me, it's shackles, you know, outside of our Nile Valley history, and then and the other one, James Smalls are going to label it a different system instead of even spirituality. So let's get to it. Anything else you want to say, Jamie?
No, King, go ahead. Hey, So no, I'm good, man. Gonna try this. I'm just tripping over here. I'm just trying to copy this link uh
It
over
just went
to.
across. It just went across.
So you seen it?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Bet. All right.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
Yep,
Kerry,
I'm
you got
good, King.
anything you want to say?
Nope, I'm just chilling and listening. Thank you.
Why don't you come get some of this real quick?
I will in a few.
All right.
Hey, peace to you,
Thank you.
Queen. I didn't hear you earlier. I just want to say peace to you. How you doing?
I'm better now. I'm relaxing. I'm doing good. Looking forward to watching these videos.
Okay, sweet. All right.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
All right, let's get to it. Sorry about that. A second.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You called. Why did you call? Why did you call, Mother Africa? I spoke to you in Detroit, and you were weeping. Why were you crying? And then you said, I want to see her. This is me. This is Africa. And I hear some names. Excellence. Black excellence. Am I black? Why? And they ask, where is she? I don't know what you heard about me. I don't know the stories. I don't know the images. I don't know the pictures. I don't know the news. I don't know what stories they told you about me. But this is me. I bring you greetings from all the hills, from Cape Town, from Angola to Zimbabwe, from the great kingdoms. I bring you greetings from all the rivers, from all the trees. I bring you greetings from the earth that you all came from, in all shades and colors. I bring you love and joy and peace and forgiveness. I bring you power. You all have it. You didn't need me, but you don't listen. You want to see the physical. If you only listen, you would have known that you're queens and kings and princesses, that you're the great I am, that you created the universe, the earth, the moon, the stars. When I landed in Detroit yesterday, at New York, and there was one woman who looked at me, because I was dressed like this. I was like, and I'm like, yes, that's the queen. I created the weather. I choose what I want. I choose what I wear. I'm not scared of snow. I created snow. We know each other. She knows me, I know her. And all the drivers were coming and passing by and looking at me like. And in Africa, I would just be like, wait till they look me now. I beg, come out. And I was smiling. And I was kind of like this primitive African girl. I saw my brothers and colors in every shade. Those that were smiling, welcome, queen. Because it's not possible. Who are you afraid of? Who are you afraid of, people? You have nothing to fear. You have to know that you're the greatest. I don't need to tell you all the time. Do you know why they were dancing? Like, and you were just like, it's an entertainment. Black excellence has nothing to do with entertainment. It has nothing to do with how we come and sit. I'm just still wondering because I'm speaking, the drums are playing, and you are sitting down because you still just didn't know. It's like they touch your wounds, like they massage you. Shouldn't you be standing up? Play it again! Woo! Hey. That is the power. When you hear me call, this is me. You have no business sitting down. Because we've been taught differently. We don't even know where the power is. And I'll tell you another situation. I came yesterday. And Brother Charles picked me up. And they put me in a place. I don't want to call it a hotel. And I like, this, they so gone, I needed to have come here. Where is your compounds? I ask. Where is your village? Where are your kings? Where are they lodging? Where is the palace? We're not supposed to gather here. African village that you left and you have forgotten means we should have been gathering in the palace of Professor James Small, Brother Anthony Brother, all the kings. So next time when I come, I want to meet a palace. I want to see all you queens. We have to gather and we dance and we celebrate because that is the power. That is who you are. You just forgot. And that's why you want to see Mother. And I flew from my village under the hills of the rocks to be here. I thank you, Great Chief, for watering me. Baba, I thank you when you poured and you water me. Queens, never call your brothers babe. I learned that word, babe. In the village, That's my king. That's my queen. That's my princess. That's my king. That's my prince. How did you learn to call your queen, your kings, your prince and princesses babe? It sounds cool. It's all about romance, but if you are a king, you better start acting like one. You better know first your names, and then you can get the power. If I'm a queen, I will not abuse a king, because that's royalty. And one last thing, before we dance again to the music, power, unity, and love, one Africa for Africans worldwide. It's non-negotiable. It is over 400 years ago, 500 years ago. No, it is one Africa for Africans worldwide. Africans at home, Africans abroad. But the music has to come from here. Live your lives, enjoy. You created the world anyway. You design everything. And you go looking, and you're searching, and you're finding yourself. And most of you don't even know. And I told you, look at me. And you were crying, Mama. And you asked me to come. And I said, this is me. And when I walked around, most of you didn't know me, isn't it? Today, as you leave this place, with the watering of Baba, with your names, kings, queens, kings, princesses, you will not look for me anymore, because you will know who you are. Daughter, are you hearing me? That is it. Tell them. Come on. Can I see you? Do it. Do it. Do it. Just one leg. Do it. Oh, yes. Do it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You want it again? Do it. You just do it. Do it. Do it.
So that's the first part of it.
Hey, that's
I
what-
really dig that, man.
Yeah.
I personally got up and I did my thing with it too, man. And because I don't want to be restricted myself. And I did it the last time. And she just brings that fire about kingship and queenship and knowing thyself and knowing your ancestral roots, man, instead of being locked in and the inability to think, let alone feel and experience. So
Hey, that I like that too, man. That was sharp.
yeah. So I got that on I shipped that to you already, Jamie. And
Yeah.
I don't know how right it is for me to ship it to everybody, so I don't do that. And I respect Happy so much, man, that I didn't have time to call them and or contact them and ask them if I could use this on here. Because I just found out today that I'd be sharing, so or else I would have done that. But nevertheless, you guys got a taste of it, and I hope it touches your soul as well. It almost brought tears to my eyes once again, literally.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So
because she made it clear that, it wasn't entertainment. This means something. I know that, during slavery, man, they stopped the Africans from they stopped them from drumming because that was a way for them sending signals and communicating.
right.
You know what I mean? So I mean,
Yeah.
that's sharp right there, man.
Yeah, and if you watch, and if you do, people do take time and watch that movie on Sankofa, they're going to depict the same thing that Jamie just talked about. They stopped him from doing all the things, and this is still in Africa, and a lot of that video takes place in Louisiana, so Lafayette, Louisiana. So, there's stuff to be emotional about, man, to get in touch with. So. But now I'm just gonna give you some knowledge, man, from Dr. James Smalls, from another happy discussion that they have almost weekly, definitely monthly. And you can always subscribe to happyfilms.com and get the notification. And also be sure to hit like or dislike on this cast here. And please comment, please share, if you're in agreement or not. Get these fools on here, they're going to hell, they're digging their way to hell, whatever
Yeah,
it is, right?
yeah,
Or
I've been condemned to hell. I get condemned to hell all the time. So
yeah. I consider a pure hell not to be able to research my ethnicity, my culture, and for other people to research it. And the damn shame is that the majority, like Seti said, the majority of folk know about our history except us, right?
exactly. We're
Yeah.
the only
So I
ones that
think
don't know. But here's the thing. Here's the cool thing about that is people complain and will preach all day that they've held all kind of information from us and we've been lied to and all this, and we've been led astray and all this. But then when somebody sits here and give you facts and give you straight facts, you deny it. You know what I mean? So I mean, you can't be crying about how they lied to you, and then when somebody give you the truth, you deny the truth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, like what you trying to do? That's the question. You know what I mean? Like, you complain about all the lies that's been told to us, and then when somebody presents the truth to you, you're looking at us all sideways, like, nah, Jesus didn't say that. You know what I mean?
the
You know
nigga
what I mean?
didn't say shit in the beginning.
I mean, but
He said
but
shit, period.
yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing either. But hey, man, let them tell it, man. They talk to him every day. So I mean, that's what I be telling. That's when it gets weird. You know what I mean? Because now, what he sound like? I mean, shit. What his voice? Describe his voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then they
Is he
describe it to
talking?
you, and it says, that sound like you to me.
Yeah, is he talking English? Is he talking what language is he talking? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, is he whispering? I mean, how does this work?
Yeah, yeah. So
But
you
yeah,
know,
go ahead, King.
we get to get into the spirit, man. You know, and I don't even like to say spirit because James Small is about to knock that out the park right now. And but it's just the best that I know how to describe. So, but interiorly, I know immensely different, abundantly different, right? So I just hope that other people get to enjoy that too, man. But I take it all myself. It's all good. Me and Jamie, Carrie, you know, Queen, Yamai, other folks, you know, Cash, you know, Prince, and you know, other people. We get it. You know, we appreciate it. So I'm gonna play this other one, and I'm kind of torn and be playing and between playing Infudici. I'm gonna play Infudici because his is only 15 minutes,
All
right?
right.
And then we'll get a sample of James Smalls. And then anybody can call me and you know, contact me. We get the full video for you and stuff. So, but if you're gonna watch, I just encourage, if you're gonna watch happy films, you need to be supporting happy films, right? I got to put that out there. And I've supported it. Jamie supported it. Carrie supported it. And so, you know, people have got boots on the ground for this stuff. But you get a sample of it here, and I might get in trouble for putting it out there, but I don't think so. We'll see. All right, let's go to the next video.
Yeah, go ahead, King. I just wanted to say, man, you know, like Happy is you know, they're pushing a message out here, man, and they got some good messages to push. And so it ain't nothing wrong with us, you know, pointing people to them, man. You know, I mean, you know, giving them recognition, man, and
Yeah, yeah.
letting everybody know that where this is coming from, and you know, and where they can go to see more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And I know the participants are happy, you know, they appreciate that, man. And I damn sure enough appreciate them. Them folks be having me in my feelings. They be having me in my thoughts, man. And you know, being a free thinker in your thoughts, man. There ain't no shackles on it. Whoa, whoa, what
Man,
you talking about?
yeah,
Right?
man, yeah. You ain't got no boundaries, man. I mean, you can think, man. You can come outside, or you can come outside of these books and denominations and religions and uh uh the cults, whatever you know, whatever y'all want to call it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right. Who the video we just watched was Dr. Susan Tata. And so let me say that again, Dr. Susan Tata. And you can look that up, man, and get some more inspiration from her. So here we go. Let's go to the next one. I gotta look at the minute mark on here. I'll share it again. So with Infodishi's presentation, he leans away from the mic a little bit, so you might not be able to hear a little short portion of it or something, but just stick with it and be really informative.
With
Are you ready, my brother? Oh, well, he's how you gonna ask a master teacher, is he ready? A man who's been all over the world, a man that dressed for the occasion. Okay, a man that has been in this community serving for, I don't even want to say, but if you got legacy, this is what legacy looks like, because he's building it. And we are builders. We are modernizing Kemet. We are bringing back into the existence the black presence. You know why? Because nobody else can lead black people but black people. Period. Period. Ashe? All right, well, we got Infodishi Jehutimus, who is in here, a great grandmaster, Kemetic priest, and scientist from the African village as a chief. He is a highly sought-after consultant, holistic wellness, African heritage, languages, education, international scholar on entrepreneurship. I could go on and on and on. Please stand up and give an ancestral welcome for Infodishi Jehutimus. Thank you. Love you, brother. Love you, brother.
Dua Necha. May the divine creator, that is the all, in which we are all part of, ignite our spirit so that we can go forth with power and unity and present the excellence that our ancestors have laid down for us. May all of them who are with us today shine within our hearts so that we may be the best that we can be. Black power. Black excellence. I always like to let people know that we come here to maybe just to help you think. Unlimited. There is nothing you can't do. Think unlimited, think unlimited, think unlimited. What we can do as a people is unlimited if you think that way. A poem is the naked advice of the heart. Malcolm was a poem. Toussaint was a poem. Zinga was a poem. Garvey was a poem. Booker T was a poem. And each one of you are poems if only you would think intelligent. There is nothing you can't do. Think unlimited, think unlimited. What we can do as a people is unlimited if we think that way. We have been scuffling against logic, trying to use logic where logic does not exist. Even our sacred sages, which all of them trying to tell us, was to think unlimited, because there's nothing we can't do. We're trying to survive in a money world with the little coins that we get, not understanding that our real bank is an unlimited consciousness that exists here, and it can never go away. You are golden, black gold, black gold. Think unlimited. There is nothing you can't do. Think unlimited, think unlimited, think unlimited. What we can do as a people is unlimited. Can I hear you say, Sankofa? So that's what we're doing. We're going back to fetch some valuable information to bring it forward to the future. I'm here to talk about the black architecture, the engineering of ancient Kemet. Sometimes we get mesmerized and we don't understand that thousands of years of science was placed in the buildings. The engineering, you see, I teach these 5 domains. The first domain is the spirit domain. That is, everything is spirit. Everything is a wave, this magnetic field that the whole Milky Way is part. And you are part of that magnetic field. And you can feel each other. And everybody has a field around them. As we observe the second domain, which was the mineral domain, the sun, the stars, the planets, the moon are all minerals. And you are made from the same minerals. At my table out there, you see I got all the crystals and gemstones. They're vibrating on energy to help you vibrate the best that you can. And people will come to me and say, oh, come on, Infodishi, crystals, is this real, brother? You're supposed to be a pre-scientist. I said, brother, crystals don't care whether you believe it or not. Does gravity care whether you believe it? It affects all of us the same, whether you are a non-believer or not. But don't get up on this roof talking about, I got Jesus, or you got Jehovah or somebody. Respect gravity, respect the energy. So that's all we ask you to do, is respect the energy. Once you respect this energy, then you could be part of that energy. Once you're a part of that energy, now you can use that energy. And you got unlimited energy. But you have to believe it. You have to believe it. Then from the mineral domain, we go to the plant domain. The plant domain feeds off of the mineral domain. That is your fuel, your food, and your medicine comes from the plants. And then you have the animal domain. The animal domain feeds off of the plant domain, which fed off of the mineral domain, which fed off of the spiritual domain. Everything is spirit. That's why if I sign my book for you, I'll say, we are divine spiritual beings having a divine human experience. And most of us leave the word divine out. You see, if we understood that we are divine beings, you would begin to treat each other differently. When you come up to me, I just want to hug you because I see a divine being. And that's what you need to see every time you look at your reflection. You see a divine being having a human experience. And y'all are sharing this vision together, okay? Now, I need to say this. All the animals were here before we were. We're the last guy on the block, the human domain. We're part of that animal domain. The animals were here to teach us how to survive on this planet. So when you're in the rainforest, you have to study the animals in the rainforest. You see a little bright frog jumping around and ain't nobody bothered him, you better not bother him either. You see some real pretty berries on the tree and ain't no birds eating them, you need to stay away from it also. Keen observation. You want to know how to be a great hunter, you go to the savannah and you see the greatest predators, the lion, the leopard, the jaguar, the cheetah. You see the greatest hunters. And now you know how to hunt. You know how to hunt. You know how to stalk. You know how to freeze. And you know how to get in the wind. Okay, all right. You want to know how to survive in the desert? Then you study the animals in the desert. All animals were here to teach us. They're not supposed to be our meal. No animal should be in your Happy Meal. You should be eating the plants. You should be eating the plants, okay? That's your food and your medicine. So, you know, when we have break here today, I don't want to see no fried chicken bones around here, okay? Leave the animals alone. If we're supposed to be the most intelligent creatures, it's because we have observed the energy of all those domains. The spirit, the mineral, the plant, the animal. And now you can be the divine being you're supposed to be. That's your education, to understand all of those domains and then bring it all home so that you can be the captain of your ship. And then you teach your mate to be the captain of her ship or his. You teach your children to be the captain of their ship. And now all the captains come together and we got a fleet. And the fleet is much more powerful than one little captain running around in the ocean. Okay, right now I'm looking at a fleet of captains of African minds who are presenting black excellence. Now, when our ancestors understood this, they began to emulate and imitate what they saw in nature. So when you see a temple in ancient Kemet, you see the combined science of millions of years being engineered inside of the building. In fact, if you're in Karnak, in Waset, ancient Waset, today they call Luxor, you see the temple of man. The temple is designed just like the human body. The Holy of Holies is here. You see when the priest does his congregation, when he do his coronation, it's where the throat is and the mouth. And then you come and you see the ribs, the hypostyle halls is where the ribs are. You see here, in the reproductive area, it shows Genesis, and it shows you the beginning of life and everything. It's carved in the building. At one building, it's a 33-degree step as you walk in. So it's a slight bend, and then it goes, and it's just like the human body. And so you had to have a great understanding of the human body in building it. And the temple there took 500 years to build. So that means if there's like about 4 generations in 100 years, so that's 4 times, that's 20 generations of priests kept the knowledge intact so it looked like one architect did it. That's how tight we have to be. And so you're laying the foundation for the next generation and the next generation. And the blueprint is the black print for black excellence. Okay, so you need to understand. So when I stood at the Hypostyle Hall at the Temple of Amen, and you see those columns so wide that it takes the whole New York Knicks basketball team to put their arms around it. Each column is designed and it's in the spiral that we call the golden spiral. And so the golden spiral is the golden means. The Milky Way is like that. A sunflower is like that. A seashell is like that. Nature, acorn is like that. Everything in nature is imitating this golden spiral. Our ancestors watching the heavens, then looking at the beauty of a flower, and then looking at an acorn, looking at a seashell, is trying to imitate that in the construction of their own buildings. I saw a picture, and it was the Twa, the sand people, who are the shortest people in the world, standing in the rainforest, and you see all these giant trees next to them. And then you see the Kemetic priest standing at the Hypostyle Hall with all the columns behind him. And so what our ancestors did in nature, we did it in the temples. The pyramids has pi, phi. All of those formulas are inside. So we took nature. Now, I know people want to try to say, oh, no, aliens came here and did that. Well, let me say this. If aliens came here and did that, they look just like you. They look just like you. Remember, we are divine spiritual beings having a divine human experience. Okay. And so whoever these aliens are, not only did they look just like you, they understood Earth. It seemed like if I came here from another planet, I'm going to be dropping the science from my planet on you. These architectural structures, like in the pyramids and the temples, are all geared around the Earth. The circumference of the Great Pyramid, if you divide it in half and multiply that, it's the same distance from the Earth to the sun. If 1/4 of it is the distance from the Earth to the moon. And so it's all the science of this planet. Every temple. So when you look at these temples and you look at the sacred architecture there, I want you to be thinking about nature. Nature. That's what they were thinking about. They were imitating nature every chance they get. Even when you walk up the steps, it's a 33-degree angle. So it puts no pressure on the back. And so they were, handicaps conscious already 5,000 years ago. Okay? So they understood the sacred geometry, and everything is done. Every step is like just perfect for the body, so it puts no strain. So you can go up, the horse can go up, the chariot can go up, you can wheel up, crawl up. But the idea is that the engineering was designed to be in harmony. Ma'at is the center of every building in ancient Kemet. So when you look at architecture, the first thing you're going to think of is Ma'at. Truth, justice, righteous, harmonious, balance. Everything is in harmony. Everything is balanced. What you see on the right, you see on the left. When you look, you see the carnation. You see every step is designed to be just like a human body. There's a holy of holies in every place. Just like every body here has a holy of holies. So every building, every temple has a holy of holies. And then before you can even get in there to get to that, you got to go past the altar. And so there are 5 great temples that exist in every human body. The first spiritual temple is your consciousness. And this is why your consciousness is lodged in between here. That's why this is called your what? A temple. Why do you think they call that a temple? Your temples, because houses your consciousness. Your second temple is your heart. And your heart is pumping before this consciousness is even working. So the heart lays the foundation for your consciousness. Your third temple is your sacred body. Keep it conditioned. Keep it exercised. Keep it well fed. Remember, no animal. Okay, all right? Well fed. Stay into the plant domain, okay? And then your fourth temple is your home. Your sacred home. You have an altar there. In ancient Kemet, they didn't have any churches. When you see those sacred temples, when you see those buildings, those were like universities. Those were like halls of knowledge and wisdom, or places where you come to pay homage to the ancestors, or you come to engage with the ancestral spirit. But your church was your home, where your sacred temple is. So everybody had an altar. And that kept you in tune with your ancestors. That kept you in tune with your immediate family. And that kept you in tune with yourself. And the fifth temple is nature. The forests, the parks, the uncontaminated areas that is just the way the nature created it. Every day, try to go out. It's a little cold out there today, but every day that you can, go out and try to walk through the grass, touch the tree, hug. We got any tree huggers in here? Oh, yeah, I'm in the right place. Okay, I'm in the right place. Okay. Go out there and hug a tree. You know, go out there, be one with nature. I wouldn't advise you take your shoes off today. It's a little chilly out there. But in the summertime, take your shoes off. Let your feet touch the soil and the grass. We have to be back in nature. And so I just want you to understand that when you look from what they call the sacred temples for the burial grounds to the living, they were very meticulous to make each temple duplicate what they saw in nature. And all their science, all their engineering, everything that they knew was placed inside of that building. Even the development of measurement. One raindrop or one drop of water is 1 centimeter. No matter where you are on the planet. And so everybody's centimeter, decimeter, everybody's kilometer is the same. When you look at the room, the sacred room of the kings inside of the Great Pyramid, it's perfect. Everything is done by the cubic. And so I just want you to be consistent. You had to understand nature to come up with something like that. You had to be really tuned into the vibration of nature. So when you go to Kemet, and by the way, on April the 3rd, I got a trip going to Kemet. We're going to be there for 2 weeks. And we're going to all the temples, the Valley of the Kings, the Valley of the Queens. Usually you can't get in the Valley of the Queens. We're opening up the Valley of the Queens so you can see Nefertari's tomb, one of the greatest tombs in all of the valley, okay? But people, even those tombs, the architectural engineer, when you go to Ursa Ma'at-Ra, Setepenra's tomb, you go down like 90 feet down in the ground, and a quarter of a mile, they had to, and they didn't have no electrical machines that done. This is all pitchfork and shovel, going in and out. I hope that's not a cue for me to get off. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So I just want you to understand that everything, whether it was and let me say something. When they did a karas, which today you call a coffin, the ancient name is a karas, it was built to house the human body for eternity. They usually made it out of pink granite. But see, that's why, again, you got to understand the mineral domain. Why granite? Granite has crystals in it. And the crystals, and pink is the color of love, of your heart. And so this was very thought out as they did this. When they sahud the body, I know y'all want to say mummy. No, that's an Arabic word that talks about a glue. When they sahud the body, with bandages, they were preserving it for eternity. But first it was washed. Sacred oils was placed in it. They took all the moisture out of the skin so it wouldn't decay. And now they place you inside of this karas. If you ever saw Mahathra's tomb, well, they won't let you in his tomb. They seal that up. And let me just say that. They sealed it up. This was like a 19-year-old magi buried in the king. So he's like the only person there who's not a king. Who is this black brother who's a magi from the Sudan with all of his magi information? When you look at his mummy, it looked like he's asleep. His skin is still perfect and smooth, and it looks like he's just asleep. The mummification is perfect. The oldest record of the 42 oracles of Ma'at is found in his tomb. But they sealed it up. You can't go and visit it. When we go to the Valley of the King, we just go out there and touch the outside. Yeah, bro, we know you in there. Your spirit is in there, and we with you, you know. But they don't let you in there. Any of y'all ever saw Richard Pryor's special? Where he in the tombs, and they say, oh, there's nothing important here. We're going to seal this up. That's what they did with Mahathra. That's what they did with his tomb. They don't want you in there, the 42 oracles of Ma'at. First of all, this brother is a magi. You ain't even supposed to know who that is. You know, and why is he buried in the Valley of the Kings and he's not a king? So they don't want to answer those questions, so they just seal him up and throw away the key. But Mahathra, go look him up. Powerful. And when you look at his mummy, it looked like he got a jerry curl, but that's the chemicals just in the embalming. But you see his fro and you see his skin, it looks beautiful. But what I wanted to tell you is that even the divine temples that were done for mortuary temples were designed to last forever. And every temple you saw in ancient Kemet was designed to last forever. Let me just tell you one more tidbit about the construction. Almost every Egyptologist, every book that you read on the pyramid structure is wrong. They got ramps going around talking about they built a ramp. It would take more energy to build the ramps than the pyramid. Then they got people carrying 20-ton blocks up a mountain. No. We created the blocks on the spot. I'm here to tell you. Concrete. We created concrete. They took the natural aggregate because I teach crystallology. So all crystals are either intrusic, sediment, or metamorphic. All stones, intrusic, sediment, or metamorphic. Once you understand that, and you understand magma and lava and the chemical creations there, then you can create any stone. They understood the temperature in which granite melts, 1,200 degrees. And so they were able to take Ra, the sunlight, create a giant telescope, magnify, melt the granite stone, and then pour it into a mold on the spot. So nobody carried a 20-ton. There are some granite beams that weigh 100 tons in the pyramid. Who carried that? I know we bad. I know the brothers bad, but they didn't carry no 100-ton blocks up 55 stories. Okay, what I'm trying to tell you, they just took chunks, took it up, melted it, poured it into a mold, then took it away, and that's why you can't even get a piece of paper in between it. They use no chewing gum, cement, or mortar to hold the stones together. They're all placed. In fact, when you go to some of the temples, you'll see that the temples were done like Legos blocks. I don't know if you were small, you had the little Legos blocks, you put one and you turn it and it twists and split. Well, that's the way some of the temples are done. Once the block is done, it has a male and a female unit to it. They take the male, insert it into the female unit, turn the block, and it's there forever. I don't need no cement, no chewing gum, no mortar to hold it together. Science. Our engineers were pre-scientists. I originally went to school as an architect engineer, Norfolk State University. So I'm in my first class. I come up with all my Kemet books. I stroll into the class, and the teacher said, we're going to start with the Doric columns in Greece. I said, what? Doric columns? When did it be starting in Kemet? And I got my books, and the teacher looks over at me, says, look, Mr. Salim, come here. He says, I'm teaching the class. And we started with Doric columns. I said, okay, you teach the class, but that's stupid. I said, I got a picture here of a column at Sakata that's 4,000 years before the Greeks. He says, Mr. Salim, I see you've done a little bit of studying. He says, I tell you what, you don't even really have to take this class, and I'll give you credit already. I'm like, no, I'm sharing this with everybody. So I go to the dean of men, and I said, listen, this fool is starting the class off with Doric columns. I said, this is insane. So he says, look, he got tenure. There's nothing we can do about that. Just, you know, he already said if you just write him a paper, he'll give you an A and you don't have nothing to do with it. So I'm like, no, I'm bringing all my books. I'm telling everybody in the class, you're getting ready to be bamboozled. So I come back 2 days later with all my books again. I have so many books I had to wheel them. So I got my little hand truck. I wheel them up there, and he meets me in the hallway. He says, I already talked to the dean of men. You don't even have to write a paper. You got an A. And your books, you can just wheel them right on back with you. To make a long story short, I changed my major to, to African Studies and History. But I'm just here to drop the science as a pre-scientist, is that when you look at those temples in ancient Kemet, the architectural design, you're seeing astronomy and astrology. Astrology is the study of the heavenly bodies, and astronomy is how those heavenly bodies affect you as a human being. Every planet, when you were born, dealt you a hand. It said, listen, I'm going to help you be prosperous. I'm going to, and I'm going to help you. I'm going to make you thrifty. And I'm going to make you cordial. You're going to be sociable. And each planet gives you that. That's designed in the architectural structure. When a planet, how many have witnessed the seeding when they plant the first stone, the cornerstone? That comes from ancient Kemet. The cornerstone has to be aligned like true north, and it's placed in a position where Ra hits it first thing in the morning. So it's astrological. Today, we just do it as a ritual, just a cornerstone. Y'all come here, shake your hand. Yeah, good, yeah. But no, it has some spiritual meaning to it, that first cornerstone. Well, that was like the birth. That was called seeding, the seed stone. That was like the birth of that particular building. So every building in Kemet had like a seed stone first. And so they looked at a building as a living entity. That's why some were divine in this, like a human body, because it was a human entity. And that's why each of those sacred temples got like a holy of holies, and each one got a place for the ancestral memory. Just like you are. You are a combination of all your ancestors. I know when you be thinking you pouring libation, you pouring to somebody that's not here. No. They're here with you. The ancestors live with you. They're in your DNA. You have no idea how powerful you are. You go back 5 million years, and that ancestor is part of you. You house all of that energy inside of you. You are a tremendous person. And people, like the Asians have copied what they call feng shui, right? The passage of air, alignment of, the doorway, alignment of the furniture. This is all ancient Kemet. You want air to flow through. You want light to flow through. You want your windows at specific areas. So all of the architectural engineering is designed to be in tune with nature. And that's what we're asking you, to get back to nature. Go back to those 5 domains. Make sure you understand that spirit first, that you are a spiritual being. And each one of those buildings is just a duplication to remind you of who you are. So when you marvel at that building, you're marveling at yourself. You are the creators of that. I need you to understand that. And there's nothing was haphazard. Every building is by design. Every building is placed. When you look at the pyramids, when you look at the air shafts, they are aligned with astrological symbols in the sky. So everything is aligned, perfect. So again, you had to have a great understanding of the earth. You had to have a great understanding of all the vegetation that is here. The Vatican, if you go to the Vatican, in the center of the court, you see a pine cone. The pine cone is symbolic of your pineal gland. And so guess what they're telling you? I control your mind. I know you're not thinking that when you go there. You be like, ooh, taking pictures, ooh. No, the Vatican is saying, I got your mind. And I can forge it any way I want. And so people, I'm closing. I got the 2-minute warning. With symptomatic thought versus symbolic thought. All religion is based upon symbolic thought. Racism, symbolic thought. Your school and educational system is based on symbolic thought. I don't have to prove anything. In fact, Hitler said history was the lie agreed upon. Your religious books are not history books. Have you ever wondered why there's no dates in the Quran? There's no dates in the Bible? I bet you never even thought of that. Ain't no dates. And you can't find nobody in there. And nobody in those books read the book. But they told you you had to read the book. So I just need you to understand. Symptomatic thinking is that I can prove it. I understand it. I'm part of it. Come on, you tell your little child, hot, baby, hot, fire, don't touch. But he got to examine anyway. Hot, okay. Now for the rest of his life, he understands hot because symptomatically it's intrinsic to his mind. All of education, I'm not trying to get you to burn your kids up, okay? What I'm trying to teach you is that explain to somebody, that's what? The average word for the 2-year-old is what? Why? Why? I know y'all get tired of it. If you tell me why one more time, why? Why? Because they want to know. They want to know. And it's your job to show them, to teach them. So never try to shut up a kid from X and you Y, even if it was 50 times that day. They want to know. And your job is to keep them safe, keep them fed in a clean place so that they can grow up and experience this magic. And that's what this is. This life is a magic. So I want you to think every time you see the pyramids, every time you see the sacred structures, the architectural engineering and ancient Kemet, I want you to think, whoa, these were keen observers of nature. Even the pyramid structure creates negative ions, which is helpful to human beings, and it helps electromagnetic charge the atmosphere. Just a pyramid. Take this home with you. Have a copper pyramid sitting on top of your counter. Take a piece of meat, not that you was going to eat it anyway, but take a piece of meat, put it under the pyramid. Then take this identical piece of meat from the same source and put it next to it. And just leave it on the counter. Leave it on the counter for a day. You'll see that the piece on the counter will start to rot. It'll start stinking. Eventually, maggots and stuff might begin. The piece inside of the pyramid will just dehydrate. It won't stink. It won't rot. It will just dehydrate, and it will never have any insects or bugs coming out of it. So I'm just trying to let you know our ancestors understood the electromagnetic field and how it operates. And they understood that certain objects, certain shapes. So when you see certain shapes of the temple, it was designed to manifest your brain to think a certain way. So there's a sacred science in each one of the temples, the doorway. Everything was set up just like that. And when you study the Medu Neter, that's the purest way to understand the thinking process of symptomatic thought of our ancestors. So I'm advising everybody, I don't care where you live, sign up to a Medunetia class. Begin to learn, and that's our classical language. Not Latin, we created that. Not Greek. Medunetia is the classical language. As I began to study other African language, read the Swahili in the East, read this Hausa, read this Ashanti tree, all of them can be connected to Medunetia. So learn the Medunetia so that you have a greater understanding of the 5 domains, which will help you become captain of your ship. Mfundishi out.
Hey, man, the master teacher always up be on point, man.
Yeah.
I love listening to him, man. Yeah, he's sharp. He always sharp, man. He you know, yeah, he's sharp, man.
I really appreciated how he explained about the building of the pyramids. I think that was really, I mean, because didn't you ever wonder how'd they get those up there? I thought that was pretty cool.
Hey, yeah, man, it's amazing just to think about that, like
Right.
how like where did they get that information? Where did they get the knowledge? Where did they get that technology? Where did they get the information to gain that technology?
Exactly.
Like,
How to melt the granite, all of it. Yeah. Crazy. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you
I know
guys
you guys
for sharing that.
figured you guys would get a little bit. I wrote down a few things and I've heard a script something like this, but I like this too. Divine human spirit having a divine human experience. We'll hear that with James Smalls too. I'm just gonna play a little short clip of James Smalls, but we'll hear that in there too. And then he was talking about the Holy of Holies. There's one in every building, and, every business, every home, and then the altar. And so what I was thinking about, okay, is it in a regular business? Yeah, you go to the registration table, the counter before you go into the main office, right? Before you can get to the corporate office, you got a what's that counter top called down there where you check in at? Yeah, one of those anyway. Before you can get up to the esteemed office, right? So that was just a thought of mine. He dropped a whole lot of stuff, and I just encourage people to, it's really insane to think that you can get all of what was just provided in there. So Lucy dropped a lot of knowledge, and so did Dr. Susan Tata. So anything else you want to say, Jamie?
no, sir. No, I'm good, man.
And that's all on that clip I sent you, about the conference. So this one isn't, and I'll send that to you, but I'm sure you've seen this one already.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one with Infidici that you just showed though.
No, I didn't. I know you did because that was at the conference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was at the conference. And you probably hadn't seen Susan Tata either. Yeah, because that was at that conference. Oh, shit. So there again, I'm just gonna play a portion of it, and we can chop it up and
It's all good. It's all good.
yeah. And then I had saved on here too, man. It's probably a couple weeks back. That video, that Richard Pryor skit. I was gonna show that at the beginning of one of the jump offs. So,
Hey, I remember that skit though, King. I remember that, man, because they
yeah,
slowly backed up out of there and they slowly shut that shit off because Richard was exposing it, man. He was like, wait a minute, hold it. This black people.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he was and that's why you see them two in that skit, you see them two looking at each other like, damn, yeah, they are. You're like, damn, let's get up out of here, before we start something, because at that time they was really pushing that the Egyptians was not, they was definitely not African. They was definitely not black. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
they was pushing that shit hard back then. So when that shit happened, Richard Pryor was in there. He was like, wait a minute. Hey, these black people. And they was like, oh shit, wait a minute. He didn't, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that wasn't in the skit though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
It,
he brought it out.
Yeah,
He
it
brought it
wasn't
out,
that
man.
wasn't originally in the skit. He was really tripping. Like, wait a minute, man, damn it, this really black people,
Yeah, yeah,
And they was like, that's when they looked at each other like, wait a minute, this ain't the skit. So they just played it off and like backed up out of it, and it shut the show off because he kept on
yeah.
talking about like, wait a minute, look at
You're the
this,
guy with the
look
gun,
at
the
Sorry
this.
about
person who
He was like, look at this, they look like me. They look like
that.
me. You know what I mean? And he kept on saying that, man, and that's when they shut it off. You don't remember that?
I definitely remember it because even in his show was controversial, man. He always brought out those critical points, man. And he went behind the production and all that stuff, man. So a lot of it was deliberate, but I remember that particular part he was really surprised.
Yeah, he was tripping, man, because they was having everybody think that, that they definitely was not black people. You know what I mean? And then when he was up in there, he was like, wait a damn minute, hold it. Uh-uh.
Right.
And they were there. They were literally there. They
Yeah,
were in
yeah.
Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And my man was like, wait a minute, hold it. Damn it. Nah, shit. I see this.
I'm
My
gonna
own-
play that one. I'm gonna play that one next week at the beginning of the kids ones.
Yeah, you should play
Yeah.
that right quick after James Smalls, man.
I don't know if I got it where I can find it, but I'll look for it. It shouldn't be
Okay.
too hard. All right, let's get to James Smalls real quick.
do anything to protect the ones you love. But did you know you could go to jail for simply
into this discussion now? It's about to get underway. So Professor Smalls, we were saying from the spiritual perspective, can you help us understand what it is when it comes to our Black genius? In other words, the God consciousness that helped us birth things like the pyramids.
Yeah. And I want to recoin a word. I didn't coin the word, but I recoined it in this context. And I don't want anybody stealing it, so I'm going to tell the whole world that I recoined it. When I coined post-slavery trauma syndrome, people just took it and no one has ever given me credit for it. Did that in 1992. I'm God having a human experience. Did that in 1980 something. So, our ancestors did that, So just give a brother credit for opening the door so that you'll understand the nature of the light. And so instead of using the term spirituality, Dr. Patricia Newton, God bless her ancestral soul, and I, and Brother Hunter Adams was about to do a piece on spirituality. And I suggest that we no longer use the term in that context, that we use the term African sacred science. Mm-hmm. And so I don't want people to be playing. I'm the one that put that term forward in that context. There was a white guy that wrote about ancient Egyptian sacred science, Herbeck, I think he did back in the day. And I think that better describes what we're calling African spirituality, because what we're calling African spirituality is an understanding of how nature works. And see, we got to be clear on this and stop playing this spook stuff about religion and spirituality. Our ancestors was not talking about spookism. They were talking about scientific realism. They understood how nature worked and all of her forms. They understood the human's relationship and dependency and the both interdependency on one another. Mm. And with that, they expand their understanding to understanding cosmology, looking at stars, the planets, constellations, the moons, at the movements and the occasion of the movements, meaning that when this happened in the sky, this is happening on Earth. When this constellation in this position, nature is doing this thing on Earth. And the syncretization of that in the minds of the human being is what we are calling African spirituality, or better term, African sacred science. Now, if we get that clear, the rest of it is easy, you see, because we're all dirt, right? I eat tomato, grew up out of the dirt. I eat carrots, it grew up out of the dirt. I may even have me a chicken. The chicken ate the grass and the corn that grew up out of the dirt, right? And it got married to what? Cosmology in the form of sunlight, moonlight, planet light, all the energy, some taking millions of years to be hit us and be absorbed by us, but all of that cosmological energy merging with the nature that we call the earth allows us to be. So our understanding of how to be in harmony with that, and then taking that body of knowledge to create our social ecology, is what African sacred science is all about. And within the context of social ecology, that's where you're dealing with the economic politics and culture. And that's where economics becomes central and essential. And you're using the term excellence. The term excellence means outstanding. It means extremely good. That is the highest level of good one could achieve when you say the thing is excellent, right? So that brings it back to, who are we? We are the divine having the human experience. Because in the African sense of the divine, that we call the God in English, the African means every and all things at once. The totality of existence is the divine, and we are an expressive aspect of that divine in our peculiarities. And that wasn't complex, right?
No, not at all.
That's what the ancient Comitian was trying to tell us in all those writings. That's what the Yoruba system is trying to maintain and tell us. That's what the Akan system, the Zulu system, the Congo system, the Dogon system, all are trying to tell us the same thing, that we're a part of the great one. And we learn to know the one by recognizing its oneness and then understanding its essence, its aspect. The European, on the other hand, looks for the pieces and trying to make the one. You can't do it that way. That's why they're confused. Got us all confused.
Right. Right.
And so when we are talking about then, how does African spirituality, sacred science, relate to the excellence in economics? Then we have to understand the role that economics play, and this is what Happy is talking about, in the development of human relationship living together, which we call civilization and harmony and balance and just accord. And Amadeus, when he kicks it, just the graphics alone, and heavy is the crown. And by the way, my Yoruba name is Obenjoko Adebayo. Obajoko Oba, I'm the king. Ade, that's the crown. I'm the king who's come to reclaim his crown. So you know my real name, Obenjoko Adebayo. And in that context, I've tried to live the role, because that's what a name is, you know. The name your family gives you describes the function you're going to be. And your job is to live up to the name. And so African peoples, the people that once lived in Kemet, the people that once lived in Zululand, the people that once lived in Zimbabwe, the people that lived in Congo, the people that lived in Mali, in Ghana, and in Morocco, we have merged in America into one African people. We are one African. The African Americans in North America has the largest convergence of African gene pool and ethno-cultural retention than any other group of Africans on the planet Earth. And maybe that's why the world fear us so, because they know we come with the whole body. You know what I'm saying? We got the whole body. And the whole body is a reflection of the divinity. I am God having a human experience in my peculiarity. You're a God having a human experience in your peculiarity. In the same way, in this one little finger of mine is millions upon millions of cells. They all look alike, but none of them are doing the same thing. And yet they're doing it in such a harmonious, balanced way. I get this beautiful finger with all of its utility. That's what we're talking about. That's excellent. That's God's excellence in creation. Well, God duplicated everything. We're a duplicate of the divine itself. You know, we're a duplicate of nature. That's why we eat all of nature to replenish ourselves. We don't kill human beings to replenish ourselves. We eat all the fruits, the vegetables, the fish, the animals out of nature to replenish ourselves. So then are we not all of nature? You understand? And so the Africans understood this. This is the sacred science. Yeah, they didn't just pull out of the air and said, this herb is good for this herb is good for that, this bush will cure that. No, they studied for millions of years, and came up with a pharmacology that the world still can't compete with. Right?
Facts.
So that's excellence. That's African excellence. What is excellence again? That which is outstanding, that which is extremely good. You see? So when we're talking about outstanding and extremely good, we're talking about the qualities and the attributes of the divine itself. That's African culture. See, African culture isn't separate from its religion. African culture isn't separate from its economics. African culture isn't separate from its politics or its sociology or its culture. It's all in one package. It all has a relationship with one another, a strategic scientific interaction based on reciprocity. You know, and Mahatma says truth, justice, righteousness, harmony, balance, and reciprocity. And so in Kemet, they call it Ma'at. If you went to the Yoruba land, they'll call it Iowapile. Iowapile is the gentle character. The gentle character comes from harmony, balance within and without. If you went to the Igbo, they say Omanele. Omanele is the harmony in you, being in harmony with the nature that lives outside of you. This is African sacred science wherever you go. You go to the Dogon, they don't need a microscope to know the stars because they are the stars. You know, they are the stars. They understand it because they're a part of the totality. And so they can explain what seems to others mysterious. You know, African sacred science, there's nothing mysterious about a kiss that makes your toes tingle, and you would wonder why somebody's lips touching my lips make my toes tingle. Because there's a unity in the body. All right? And that unity informs whatever aspects of the body that needs to pay attention to whatever action the body is taken or taken against the body. This is simple ways to understand it, you know. Like I've told before the sisters, you have the babies, right? The babies come out of your womb into the world. So who creates? Then people say, oh, well, I'm the creator. No, you're not the creator. You're the aspect of the creation that creates. You understand? So there's no creator without you. When you understand that, saying I'm God having a human experience makes sense. You see? And the Africans' knowledge of this is a sacred science. They understood when that constellation did a twist on the bottom of the spoon part of the Big Dipper, that another constellation made a move in this direction and certain things on the planet grew. And only then did it grow. And certain foods you can eat at that time of the year that would attend to this part of your health. And then something else would attend to that part of your health. All synchronized. That's the sacred science that others have turned into religion because they misunderstood what we were trying to teach them in their ignorance and their barbarity. So they took the symbolisms and made it reality instead of taking reality and explaining it using symbolisms.
Mm. Mm.
And so that's why I love the way Amadeus plays with the graphics, heavy as the crown. And I love the way Happy, when you're doing, that sweep where we're going over all of the different pyramids in the earlier time periods that most people never seen, looking at those symbolic designs on earth of what is in the heavens and replicating it as above, so below. Why? So we could study it up close and learn how to implement it in our daily character.
Mm.
That's what African sacred science, African spirituality is about. Economic is at the core of that, because economics is how you keep the body going. Economics is how you allow for the foundation, the health of the community that builds the civilization that people profits from. Well, I hope that's a decent kind of opening.
Hold up a second.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. Hey, Professor James Smalls has always been one of my favorites. You feel me? He's always been one of my favorite teachers, man. I mean, through Professor James Smalls, he's always been one of my favorite teachers, man. Hey, listen, he the first one. Hey, if you're gonna introduce someone to Kemetic thought, King, let me tell you something. That's who you need. That's who you introduce them to first. Is Professor Smalls, man, and it's that one video that I introduced you to, right?
Yeah, that's the one I always pass on. First off the drip.
Because that one right there will take you from the beginning. I mean, from back all the way, and he's gonna walk you from Narmer, or even, you know what I mean, and all the way till, damn near present day.
Right, right. And he ain't playing with it either. He ain't trying
He's,
to be soft about nothing.
no, because he's showing you. He's showing you. He's not just talking about it. He's showing it to you. He's showing you the proof. He's giving you the history of it, and he's showing you where he's showing it to you. Where you can go look at it up, look at it yourself. You know what I mean? That's what I
Right,
liked about it, where he was literally showing you where you could go, and he's showing and proving.
right, right,
And he walked you from he'll walk you from like I said, Narmer, all the way till to where they started their crusades and all that, man. He'll walk you down. You know,
Yeah, he a bad boy, man. And so there's a whole lot for people that have that are going to view this, that are attending, to go back and research, go back and hear a little bit of it. And what happens for me is I go back, and that's why I have to write down minute marks, where this is at and stuff like that. Because what'll happen is I'll try to find it and I hit something else, and then he running into something else, and I'm researching that and then researching this, and then damn, where was I gonna go again? Shit, forgot. Okay, let me go back there. Then I keep missing that mark, man, but I keep finding more research, right? so hey, so let's let me try and find this Richard Pryor video real quick, and then we'll end with that, man. You can keep it going for a minute. Let me just look on here and see if I can find it. Gary, you got anything to say about that?
I enjoy Professor Smalls. I like that he showed, like Jamie was saying, he shows us the proof, and we can feel free to research it. That's what we do with our educated, teachable minds, and that's how we should be. And I like how he explained how we go the plants and the solar system, and how it all is one, how it all connects. And the African sacred science, I liked it all. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Hey, Kerry. So all those videos coincide with the messaging, and Jamie elaborated on a whole lot of stuff that just really fits it. And so, Kerry, what did Seti say?
Oh man, hold on, and I'll tell you. You crazy man. Okay, it's coming. Hold up.
Yeah, give me a dose of what Seti said. Get a focus dose of what Seti talking about.
Okay, I'm on it. Hold on.
I know you are.
Bang on that wicked ass beast daily.
Bam!
Yep.
I love it. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Daily. All right, let me get
Hey, that's funny.
video.
That's funny, man. That's too funny right there, man.
You see how she laid that shit down, boy?
Yeah.
you should have seen her, man. When I'll tell you afterwards. So let's see. I think I got this video here. Let me see. Not sure if that's the one. I bet it is. Okay, let me share. You can hear that?
Yep, I can hear
Yes.
it.
Okay. I think this is the one.
Professor! I got it open! Good heavens, man! Great Scott, we've discovered the fountain of all knowledge of Egypt in the entire world. Do you realize the importance of this moment, Smedley?
Yes, I do.
Do you see the brilliancy? The untold years.
I see it, sir.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's his message. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
There you slide.
Look, what is this? See. Says, cannot. This is the elixir of life, sir.
The elixir of life?
The cure for all diseases. Wait, see here. Wait,
Give it to
the
me.
inscription on the bottom.
Give it to me. Give it.
Open at other end.
Lumix.
This can't be, man.
What?
You know what this is?
What is it, Buna?
It's the book of life.
Book of life.
In the beginning, when man arrived on Earth, the black gods did leave their spacecraft, and they walked, and they named the beast of the sea and the animals of the land.
Heavens.
And man in his blackness did walk the earth, making medicine.
Medicine?
They discovered time. These were all black people got down. Wait a minute. This ain't, there ain't nothing in here about whitey. This is ours, Jack. Wait till the brothers hear this.
Buna.
I'm gonna get this book out of here, baby. This tells me real tea.
Buna,
Check this out.
control yourself. Don't you see? started the music and the brain surgery back in the year 3 BC. Yes, of course, Bruno. Man, they was getting down. This is it, brother. Yes, everybody gonna know about this. Listen, we can change the history. Civilization will be changed. By all means. Yeah, this is gonna be it. Get the bulldozers. There's nothing here. But. Shut up. Good heavens, time for tea, eh? What?
Hey, that's it right there.
There it is.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there. Yeah. Hey, hey, you see how they was looking? They got to looking at each other. They was like, damn. You hear what he talking about? Black. It was black. You know what I mean? He wasn't supposed to be saying that.
Exactly.
He wasn't supposed to be saying that, man. And you know what I mean? It was, you know, beginning of time, and man walked the earth with black people. You know what I mean? He wasn't supposed to be saying that, man.
Yeah, black brain surgery and BCE 3.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
everybody.
yeah, right. And they backed up out of there and shut the show down.
Yeah, they locked his ass up in there and said, "Bring the bulldozer."
Yeah, right. Keep him in there. We gonna, yeah. He ain't telling nobody nothing.
Ain't that some bullshit, Kerry? The motherfuckers it's so real. And that was made so long ago too, man.
Exactly. And you know, it shows the lie that went on and is still going on. That's exactly what it shows.
Yeah, the lie and the liar. So one more time, what did Seti say?
Hello, why you do that to me?
You got to say it after we just watched Richard Pryor, man.
Okay, we got to bang on that wicked ass beast daily.
Yeah. Sankofa, $1.80 on your ass, bitch.
Right?
Yeah. So, you know, we encourage everybody to come and join us, have some fun, man. You know, bring your scholarship, bring your information. You know, you don't even necessarily have to have no receipts. We got your back on that, especially if you're coming out to study that Bible daily. You know, it ain't necessarily to bang on. I'm looking for the fruits, you know, and to convince me of the disappointment that I hold, that, you know, it's supposed to be so holy and so heavily revered. But you can't ask questions. You can't free think, or you're gonna be kicked up out of it. Got to go, right? You're gonna be demonized. You're gonna be scrutinized. You're gonna be sent to a psychologist and a psychiatrist, and you might be, as I know, on the 5th floor or the 3rd floor, I can't remember, at Ingham Medical in Lansing, Michigan. That's the mental ward. So, you know, lots of evidence of getting kicked up out of your house, you know, and then they only have the female raising the kids and the red line and then on and on and on. All this is based off of the indoctrination of this type of lie that we don't have to be sold out to anymore. So, yeah, I think it was a good little presentation. And you know, Eric, man, we're looking forward to you, baby boy. We're looking forward to you, man. And I'm glad that you had hot responsibilities, man, because we got to take care of those. Got to take care of those, man. And I'm glad you're up on it, man. So next week is the children's book read. You know, get with me or get with Jamie if you want further information on the videos we just shared. Thank you, Happy Films, and the staff and the participants and the master teachers. You give us a whole lot to digest, let alone the research and the questioning, and to bring some solidified answers with some you know, real receipts, you know, real proof, instead of the belief and just go on and have faith and wait when I got to do the work anyway. You know, I understand I understand miracles, you know, of experience, you know, what just doesn't seem to be real or possible. I get that, but we're not talking about that. All right, we're talking about free critical thinking, not being locked in cognitive dissonance, the truth about, following a religion. And there again, big ups to anybody. It carried me through. Something. My ancestors, I know what it is today. My ancestral Nile Valley and the prayers that came with it, man, it was what carried me through. But I followed that Christianity, and I was exposed to factual proofs and the freedom to research. And this is where I'm at today.
Hey man, I tell you what, man, good work, King. Good work. Shout out to Happy Films, Felicia Taki. Hey man, I tell you what, check them out. Happy Films. Check them out. They're on regularly. I share it every chance I get. Excuse me. I share their videos and every chance I get, I share it. With Sankofa and with Facebook. So yeah, they're doing good work over there, man. Check them out. Hey King, like Unc said, um, next week Sunday we're having the children's book read. Now this is really good, man, for the kids family. Now I wanted, and it's really it's really important, man. You got to understand that that these people are literally, I mean, they're literally they're trying to take they taking it the history out of the schools, man. They're literally taking them out, man. And I just wanted to show y'all something real quick, man.
Yeah, and we already didn't have a real history in there at all anyway. And they're taking out the little sprinkles that they put in.
Hold on for a second, family. I'm just want to show y'all something real quick.
Hey, Jamie be locked and loaded. You see, me and Jamie don't have no competition, and that's money on the table. But we got inspiration to keep it going, and go deep and bring it hard, right? And bring it simplified to where with essentials that you could just reach, see visibly, feel intently, and research deeply, right? So, we locked and loaded. And still, I understand the concept a little bit more today, and I agree. The more I learn, the more I know that there's to be learned, right? Now that's in contrast to the more I know, the more I realize I don't know nothing. That's a goddamn lie, right? But hey, you go ahead on and ride with that one if you want to.
So this is I just wanted to hold on. All right, so hold on a minute, man. I just want to show this.
That you could be charged with a class 3 felony, which means that you could.
Hold on, I'm
You good?
It's back here.
Hey, show that one though real quick. Show that one up right up above. Show that real
Which
quick.
one? This?
That one right there. Yeah.
All right.
Now, see, I'm studying up on this one right here. I got a lot of information locked in, but
Yeah.
there's other stuff that I'm researching right there, and
Right.
that Serapis and Constantine, and then Jesus didn't come till later, and Jesus is the last one. Now, I want to tell you this. There's a biblical scripture, and it says, "Many will come before me," and I don't remember per se perfectly, word for word exactly what the rest of it says, but many will come before me. What it's saying is, those that accept those before me are gonna not enter the kingdom of heaven. You're not gonna be saved. You're not gonna be caught up in the wrath. You're not none of that stuff. None of that goodness of God love you, right? That shit's out the door, right? But what it's telling me is that I can't research and I can't use critical thinking. That out of the mind that he created, the so-called God that we serve Jesus under, right? Not under, that God is above, but you know, the order of it. All of a sudden has no love, right? You know, I can go deeper on that, man, but that's just crazy today. And I'm really going to get
Yeah.
into what I'm really looking to research and get into more research of is areas of liberty. That's my man right there. That's who I'm looking at. And that's been from the jump off of me learning this, but now I'm getting more information. So areas
All right.
of
So
liberty.
so check this out real quick. It's all right there. Boom. Okay. Let's see. Put that there.
Hey, and when you look up areas of Libya, they're gonna show some depiction of the white dude. I want to tell you that's some bull junk right there. Areas of the black man, and they was gonna cut his head off. And you can do the research on yourself, but I'm gonna fill you in. It's coming.
All right, check this out, man.
Governor DeSantis in Florida, which is where we all need to be looking right now, because the teaching of Black history has been banned in Florida. Now, what many people don't know is if you are not teaching from the prescribed curriculum, that you could be charged with a Class 3 felony, which means that you could be arrested or fined and sitting next to a prostitute, a drug dealer, or others in jail for teaching our history. And what is happening with Governor DeSantis in Florida, which is where we all need to be looking right now, because the teaching of Black history has been banned in Florida. Now, what many people don't know is if you are not teaching from the prescribed curriculum, that you could be charged with a Class 3 felony, which means that you could be arrested or fined and sitting next to a prostitute, a drug dealer, or others in jail for teaching our history. And what is happening?
Hey man, so you got to understand, King, that this is very, very serious to these people, right? We got to understand that this is very, very serious to these people, man. Hey man, that they do not want Black history. They'll let you teach any other history, King, other than Black history. You can't not teach. You can teach about the Holocaust. You can teach about Hiroshima. You know, you can teach about all that, but you cannot teach about Black history. Now that's a question that need to be answered as to, you know, we need to know why. We need to know why is that, man, right? I mean, that's just really, really deep, man. Now they done made a law, King, to where now they're making it a damn felony now, that if you ain't teaching inside that curriculum, that, King, you can literally look, man, watch this. I got another one for you. I got another one for you.
And that felony, that Class 3 felony, goes against the three. I mean, rides right with the 3 strikes. So you can have a little minor felony, such as teaching the truth, and that will set you over to life with the L. Yeah, I've seen this one too. Yeah.
who were considered the two groups who could not be assimilated. And so before the Chinese Exclusion Act and then after the act, often you would see Black and Chinese people being written out of their rights in the law. And in fact, the one group who didn't achieve citizenship under the 14th Amendment were Asian Americans, and they would have to sue again. But then a very early school desegregation case in Mississippi was a Chinese family suing not to have to put their kids in the Black school. They weren't suing to end segregation, they were suing to be counted as white. So us not learning these histories, I mean, we do have these suspicions of each other. And I always tell my students, who does the narrative serve? Right? Who does the narrative benefit? And when you question that, then you begin to realize that there are powerful interests that don't want us to understand that history, that don't want us to understand our common struggle. And so we're over here fighting for crumbs and respect while the hierarchy is maintained and stays in place. Actually, it was Chinese immigrants and Black Americans who were considered the two groups who could not be assimilated. And so before the Chinese
Yeah, I think I posted that one on Sankofa too.
Hold on. I think I got the wrong one though. I got the wrong one. But I'm just saying, man. Like, you know, if we look at it, King, like they real serious about this, King. They do not want this. They do not want Black history taught in these schools, and it's not just Florida. It's going to be other states that's joining in on this, man. A lot of other states, man, because I mean, you know, if you can't, and they're making laws, King, so it's a felony. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, that's telling you something, man. That's telling you something. Like they were saying that all other histories can be taught except Black history, man. And that's just wild, man. And nobody is appealing this. There's no way that this should really stand, man. Nowhere. This
It
should
just
never stand.
amazes. It just really amazes me, that there's plenty of Black folk, man. It's just like that agree with that, and just like I was listening to um, what's that nigga's name start with a T, from the ISU PK.
Oh, Tazoriak.
Tazariak. Yeah, Tazariak was saying, man, he wouldn't even he'd feed somebody else before he fed the African or anybody that claimed to be African. My point of that is, man, these Black people, man, they just, they fall. There's plenty of them that's on the same route as, and the same decision as these other motherfuckers that don't want Black history taught, man, that don't want Black history seen, right? That want to encourage the narrative of, cognitive dissonance, and obedience to a religion, right? Or a faith and belief, right? And it's just, and this shit is it's so easy right at your fingertips to look at, man. It ain't, conspiracy. And, you might lose your standing with your family, or your circle, and if that's what you depend on, man, I guess you're stuck,
I'm just saying, man. Damn, like, it's well. I mean, like I said, man. We got all our children that's not gonna know their history. I mean, what other history is there, King? There ain't. What other history does America have other than Black history, King? What other history do they have, man? What I mean, other than they any other history is what? Murder, theft, rape. I mean, is that the history they talking about that they want to show? Because that's the only other history that they have. That's their history.
If they go back and hold, Greek and Catholicism and Roman, history so high, man, and they got all them statues and shit all around town, man, and people just overlook them little baby boys on them men,
Not only that, man. You should. I mean, they don't even understand that those popes the Catholic Church and the popes are the ones that wrote those Papa's bulls. You know what I mean? That's just outright showing the racism, man, about how how race I mean not racism, but how slavery should be forever. And then, and Africans should forever be enslaved. Type shit, man. It's like this is really what how they felt, man. And this is and they felt so strongly about this. They wrote laws and rules about it, man. Like the decrees, like these Papist bulls that they wrote. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they're all against African nations, man, African people. You know what I'm saying? And nah, man.
We got that cognition within us, man, that we come out of the concrete, man.
Queen.
Roll through the concrete, man. We rise through the ashes, man. And it's just a damn shame that people decide. I think it's more, and I don't denounce the indoctrination and the infiltration and all that shit. I don't deny that at all. What I'm saying, it becomes to a point of pacifism, right? To me, so goddamn passive. Just like, back in Africa, man, back in the day, man, when, they let all these motherfuckers come in, they're just giving them hospitality, coming in free, we feed you, take care of you, we hear you here, take a motherfucking bath, you nasty nigga. And I'm not talking about the nigga as a black person. And on so forth and so on. And still today, man, you're just so passive, man. Well, we just believe in fake. Okay, we believe it's black coded and all that kind of shit, man. But nevertheless, no, man, it's bullshit. They're buying into, I bought into a damn lie, man. And I had to get up out of it. I had to get my G's up, man. I'm really black, right? I can't really be black, man, following that indoctrination, man. I just can't. And I found a way out, man. But I found my way out of a lot of shit that's typical. So that you typically
I mean,
don't.
but that's different. I mean, and I've told you this, King. That I ain't saying that don't happen, man. But you know, it's it's unlikely, man. A lot of times, man, when you have people that are raised in the church or that kind of denomination or whatever, uh, or religion, whatever it is, man, whatever belief, whatever, right? When you raised that way, man, all your life, that's all you've known, that's all you studied, that's all you care to study. You know what I mean? So I
There's plenty of
mean,
that.
there's people that would not budge from that, though, is what I'm saying. There's people that do not budge and will not even give you the time of the day, right? But you, I don't know. It was almost like because you said you reached out, you was checking out Mo and Reg's posters. And so it was like something was catching you, something was getting your attention. Something, I don't know what it was, but something in those posts was getting your attention. You were seeing them and you was like, well, damn, that's kind of that okay. That makes I mean, it was giving you something to think of. I guess it was sparking thought. That's all I could think of. It just had to be, it had to spark some thought. And you reached out. You even reached out to them cats, man. You know what I mean? To the brothers, man. You reached out to them, right?
Right.
Right. And then I hit you. I mean,
It was a rap, yeah. It was a rap. That was a TKO.
Yeah, I hit you, and then
It was all love, man. And
but
you knocked me straight out that box.
You kept coming back though. That's what amazed me, was because usually once I have one or two conversations, with one of the brothers or something, man, I don't hear back from him, man, right? You know, and I know what that is, you know what I mean? I know what it is, you know what I mean? You know, they, you know, and it's all good. I mean, I'm not gonna chase you, and it's all good, right? But I'm just saying, you know, and I'm not gonna push nothing on you. You know, if it's working for you, King, hey man, like go for it, right? But I'm just saying, man, like if you ever wanna, you know, if you ever wanna get like to some reality, you know what I mean? Once we get to some reality, then we can, you know, we can talk.
All
You
right.
know what I'm saying? But you know, once we want to get past belief, I'm saying once you want to get past belief.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was
That's all.
beautiful, man. It was beautiful, man. You know, because I always talk a big game, made some mistakes in my life, of course, but I talked a big game and pretty much lived up to my talk and my walk, right? And so it was just that time again, man. You know, stay stuck and stupid, you know, flat out, right? Lying to motherfuckers saying I love you and pumping that other propaganda, man. Uh, that just didn't sit well with me, man. So I dug deeper and deeper. Now I'm locked and loaded, right?
I'm just saying, but you was, it was something was going. I mean, you you know, I guess.
And that, and
I
I
guess.
wasn't looking. I definitely wasn't looking for anything different than Christianity. Those posts just was, you know, it fit Reg's personality, his character as I know him. You know, just the way that how hard and straight and direct it was. And then I talked to Mo a lot, right? And so that just opened up. So I wasn't, you know, looking for anything different, but something sparked that interest, man. And I hear what you're saying, and I can't pinpoint what it was. I haven't even taken the time to pinpoint, you know, because I'm too deep in now finding out what other shit that I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, man. Like, yeah, that was a lot, man. I mean, that had a that was all you pretty much. I mean, because like I said, I've had conversation with some of the brothers, man, and they don't want to have that conversation no more. You know what I mean? They'd rather not talk about that no more, man, because you know, I mean,
We can't be friends if you gonna keep talking that shit, Jamie.
I'm just saying we can. I mean,
That type of conversation,
no,
right?
I'm just saying no, because my thing is
Not
this.
me and you. I'm
You
talking
know,
about you and other people.
yeah. I'm just saying because this is what they do. You know, they be like, well, look, man, uh, tell me why, you know, you don't believe, you know, whatever, or, you know, or here's the other one. You must be mad at God,
Right,
and
right,
right, and then so he didn't, you know, do something for you, woo, 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 woo. And it's nothing like that because I never asked him for nothing.
right.
You're right, because I mean I just never really truly believed in him. I wanted to, I tried to, you know what I mean. But I mean to be honest with myself, no, I didn't. I never believed in no God or no Jesus or no Allah or no or none of that. Right? I was trying. I was trying to though. I was literally. I was trying really hard because I felt like if you don't know what some of the other ones are, how can you pick? How can you decide? How can you make you know, a logical, you know, decision? Right?
Right.
I mean, if you just go with Christianity and not know what Islam is about, or what what uh what uh what the Nation of Islam teach, or what the Moorish Americans teach, or what the Israelites teach, opposed to Christianity, right? I mean, right? I'm just saying, or Judaism, whatever it is, whatever they teach it,
Yeah.
right? If I don't know about the other ones that exist, I can't pick and be and say that this is the one. I mean, goddamn, that's just stupid to me, man. I mean, how do you do that,
Hey,
right?
so I was talking to this cat, man. I was talking to this brother, man, and then he started banging out I'm from the tribe of Judah and this shit, man. And you know, a while ago I learned that there wasn't even no Judah, let alone the tribe of Judah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can imagine. You can imagine that conversation. I came home and told Carrie about it, but you can imagine that conversation, man. I shut his shit up. I was like, man, and not with no Kim and shit. I just, man, stop it, right? You going dumb, man. You know. And I was helping him on a different forum and a different aspect of life. Anyways, man, so it's just crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Like, yeah, that's just yeah. So I'm just saying, man. Like, so for me, man, I had to check out, more than just the one. You know what I mean? And I checked out, Nation of Islam for a few years. I checked out the Hebrew Israelites for a few years. I studied with the Moors for a few years. You know what I mean? I've been into a little bit of the Hinduism, since I've been dealing with Kemetic thought. You know what I mean? A little bit of Buddhism. I mean, I'm just saying, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know
You
what
got
I'm
to taste
saying?
all the flavors. You got to
So
taste all the flavors to be able to pick which one you think is the best.
yeah, I mean, and so I couldn't get. I tried, but like I said, I couldn't get it, man. I just couldn't get it, man, and I couldn't pretend to get it. I'm not gonna pretend to get it either. You know what I mean? So I didn't get it.
Yeah, and I
So
wouldn't.
I guess it missed me. The Holy Spirit passed by me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because you know what I mean.
you wasn't a child, man. You wasn't chosen.
Right.
And I studied intently, man. I studied the Berean theology. I wasn't scared to go to or uncomfortable going to any denomination of the church. The Catholics, I went to a bunch of them, right? Presbyterians, the Baptists, the Southern Baptists, the Methodists, the Trinity AME, on and on, man. And I was deep in it, man. I just love studying, right? And but I only studied along the lines of the doctrine, right? And I didn't know I was doing that. And then when Mo and Reg broke out on that shit, man, I was even in jail one time, man. And one of my boys was Muslim and shit, so we hung out and I started reading on his shit, and I was showing him shit out the Bible, man, that contradicts the Muslim shit, and so I didn't study that per se, but I was in tune with where he was at. I respected where he was at and stuff. So,
Yeah.
so I studied, but the one I really liked, man, was the Seventh Day Adventist. Man. The Seventh
Yeah.
Day Adventist, they study hard, man.
Oh yeah.
They go in deep, man. No
Oh
doubt
yeah.
about it. No doubt
Yeah.
about it. And
Good.
so I was all into that, man. And so, but then this wake up, man, just smashed it all. Right. And I'm really
7 days. So, but the 7 days was that was that they bang hard, huh?
They bang hella hard, right? Better and harder than any other denomination I ever.
So they bang harder than the Hebrew Israelites.
I say they can go, man. They can go at each other. It'd be a good one. That'd be a nice one to see, right? Except that black divinity, man, is going overstand, no doubt about it, right? Just because of the power and so and then because they're both on the Christianity end of it, right?
Right.
So that'd be a good one for them to have a debate about, man. And that the Seventh Day Adventists would hang in there for it, if not win, right?
Yeah. You think
If
so?
not, yeah, I'm telling you, yeah, without a doubt. But you put them
Yeah.
up against Kemetic thought, and it's a wash. All right, all that shit's a wash. All right, and even Pastor Bennett, man, I get it. He comes locked and loaded, but this shit is mediocre, man, and it's just empty to me, man. You know, you can't bring out. I've watched him a lot of times, and I mean, he ain't, you know, he ain't impressed me much at all. No,
No, man, he ain't. I think they got him kind of overrated, man. But they do that for a reason, though, to
oh yeah,
keep him coming back. You know what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? You
And
know,
then Black Jesus Minister, man, your boy
uh,
Black Jesus Minister, he's all
uh,
about. He's totally different than what Dr. Tata was talking about, right? He ain't nothing but entertainment, right?
exactly.
Yeah,
He's straight entertainment. But I mean, he's cool though, man. I mean, he do he will get you though. If you don't know what you're talking about, man, he will get you.
man, on the streets, man, with that type of attitude, not even with the Christian effect, man, just that type of personality will get that motherfucker's jaw cracked.
Yeah, but nah, yeah, I mean, but it just on some scholarly shit, man.
Yeah, right.
He'll get you, man. If you
Yeah,
ain't tight, if your game
yeah,
ain't
yeah,
tight, man, you know he'll get you, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
I
know,
get it.
but yeah, like yeah, but yeah,
So
I
you know,
get it though.
we just put out some a bunch of resources for people through this conversation that we're just closing out on right now,
Yeah,
and throughout the presentation, man. And
right.
the beautiful thing is that you know me and you make a good squad, man, because you know we're both open, right? Motherfucker just got to bring it though, right? Both open, and they got the people on the other end just got to be willing to uh, have a conversation instead of just talk and run, right? So I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna catch up to
That's
you.
right. Hey, listen, man. So, hey, family, I just wanted to just remind you one more time. You know what I mean? We got the Sunday book read coming up next weekend, right? Sunday read, children's book read, right? This is when the child reads a book to online to So I want you guys to gather your grandkids, kids, cousins, just get the kids, all get the kids together. Let's listen to this book. Let them listen to the book read, right? I think Isaiah will be doing a book read, so we're gonna have to we'll put that up. But Isaiah will be doing a book read this Sunday coming up, and we're gonna put your names in the chat, and the winner is gonna win a free book. It ain't gonna cost you nothing, right? And we'll mail the book directly to your home. And then we just hope that the only thing is, you don't have to, it's not a must. I'm just saying we would just like for you to be the next, do the next book read. That's all it is. And family, all this is like I was saying, they taking the Black African history out of, or African American history out of the schools. They taking it out of Florida. I just showed a video showing that they done made a law. It could be a felony if you teach outside the curriculum. Okay, so I'm just saying they done made it a law. So this is how serious these people is about hiding our history from us. Okay, this is how serious they is. Okay, so I'm just saying this is why it's so important for y'all to come on in and participate, man. And it's fun and it encourages reading. You know what I mean? It encourages reading for the kids. You know what I mean? They would like to read online, live, YouTube. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. That's fun, right? You know what I mean? So come on in, fam. Anyway, King, what you think?
You don't want them kids growing up saying, man, mama, daddy, big bro, big sis, how come you didn't teach me that? All right. So you
Right,
get free
right.
book, real good stuff, man.
And the books are
Cool.
show them some of the books, King. I mean, we got. Hey,
Let
listen,
me
man.
grab.
Hey, family, listen, man. Hey, it's free of charge. We have it mailed straight to your home. You know what I mean? Good books, really, really good books, man. About true stories, real events, real people. You know what I mean? Uh, uh, and it's like, look at that book. See there, family, look at that, man. You can't beat it.
Let me show you
Queen
what's inside.
Ya, right?
That's good.
Look at some of the content. Look at that. See it?
I like pictures.
I mean, Real people, real events.
Nice
That's what I was
pictures.
talking about.
Nice pictures of melanated folk doing the damn
Yeah,
thing.
man. And I'm just telling you, man. Real
You know,
people, real events.
There go another one.
Look at that there. Queen Katama. Look at that. Katami. Sorry.
Yeah.
See that?
Same old devil.
Look at that, man. Beautiful,
Good.
beautiful pictures, man. Beautiful books. Nice
And then
books, man.
they can go to
Right?
M Hotel.
And then you and then you can go a little, you can go a step higher, can't you, King?
In another book?
Yeah, you step them up too. Sure,
Yeah.
you step them up too if you want to.
Oh, hold up. Talking about that?
Yeah, you step them up. Then look.
See, that's
look. We got
this is a 4-volume story, 500 pages. I got this for some kid. You know, I got it for some kid. I'm not sure which one yet, but you know, we're gonna see because this is 500 pages, 4 stories in this book right here. This is real stuff right here. So, you know, real history that they ain't gonna get that you probably don't know, and you can learn something too along with your kids. So teach them what teachability is really about.
That's right, fam. Hey, listen. Hey, family. Look at. Hey, babe. Hold it. Hey, family. Listen. All I'm saying is this. Watch this. Hey, look. We got nice books, man. We got books, fam. I don't know if y'all can see this. If y'all can see them. I don't know if y'all can see these, but we got books, man. These books right here. Content. Got good content, fam. Got good content, good books, right? We got books.
The kids have fun on it. The kids have fun on it.
You know, kids love these books. Look at that. Look at that, fam. See there? We got books, man, for the kids. Look at the content, man. Look at that. We got good content. Look at that.
I know some of them parents looking at it like, man, I don't know who that is.
And you don't, man. And look, this is about real people, real events, man. Real people, real events, man. That is no joke, man. Look at this. All right, look at this one.
Not like Abraham and Noah.
Bang, bang. Look at that. Y'all ever seen that one? M Hotel. Hey, the first multi-genius. Hey, real people, real events. Huh? This is our history, family. This is all our history, fam. That's all I'm saying. Look. Tell him, King. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can go on YouTube and go to M Hotep, and he got a whole file for you. Look at that. Look at that. That get me interested. I want to just jump in that page and mingle with them folks.
Just saying, King. We got books for the kids, man. Hey, look, we got it for all ages, for all sizes. Hey, listen, come on in, man. You know, hey, this is all for y'all, man. We do this for free. We ain't ask for no Cash App. We ain't ask for no what's the PayPal. We ain't ask for none of that. All we ask for is subscribe, share, comment, like, you know what I mean? That's all we asking for, man. And pay attention, man. You know what I mean? Come on in and participate. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, we all learning. So come on in, man. Tell us where you agree or where you disagree at, man. Hey, everybody's gonna be respectful on this on over here, man. All right.
Yeah,
so we
got a
all right.
background. You got a Christian background and you want to come and present, we welcome that. Come on in. You got a Muslim background, come on in, man. The Hebrew Israelite, Catholic, you know, whatever. Just come on in, man. Join in with us, man. You know,
Let's
spread
talk
that
about
love. You know, break bread. You know, so we can reason together.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Anyway, hey, King. So look, we're gonna close out, man.
Let's do it.
Okay, hey, so family again, man. It's just about the kids, man. I just, next Sunday coming up 2:00. Hey, we got Isaiah reading the book. Unc sent he wanted last week's book, so he's gonna be reading. What was it? Hold on, don't tell me, Mansa Musa.
I thought he was gonna stick to the principles, the 7 principles.
I mean, we can do that then.
No, whatever you want to is good to me. I don't care.
Yeah, whichever one. I think we better stick with the principles. So we'll finish the principles up first.
Okay, bet. Right.
Yeah, finish the principles up, man. So he'll be reading the book, man. Anyway, but yeah, family, thanks for joining us. Again, always does it. You know what I mean? Kick and, you know, and Carrie, thanks again. You know, she's definitely part of this important part of this group here, and we really appreciate you, Queen. We really do.
Bang
Thank
on that
you.
wicked ass beast daily.
Thank you guys for all your work. You guys put in a lot of passion, time, energy, and you guys are appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. We a bomb ass squad, boy. Me and Jay be getting, you know, that ain't conceit, man. That's just the way it is, man. We have fun, man. We were so willing to learn, and but we got something to teach your ass. That's for sure.
Hey, but don't forget, man. We got Eric coming in, man. So Eric gonna be coming in. I don't know what, like not next Sunday, maybe the Sunday after next. Is that what he got? Or
He just got to check with his schedule. He had agreed to do.
I thought we
You know,
had. Then we had somebody. We had somebody for.
the second week.
Then we
I
have
don't think
somebody for the
no,
second week.
because we was gonna put Reg in, you know, for the you know,
Right.
thing. So I left that week open, man. But
Okay.
but he doesn't know if he'll be. I just cut him short, really, and said, you know, get with me on the date, you know, pretty soon, and so he knows that week is open, and
Well,
then the third
hopefully,
week too. So whatever's good.
the week after next, man, Eric be ready. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll be good to go by then. Uh, and uh, and then like again, man, we still trying to get Dr. Phil, man, Dr. Phil to come in, man, and do and teach.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? We'll put something up about him. He already put something up about him, man. We'll put it back up and
yeah.
about Dr. Phil, man, and what who he is, and what some of his accomplishments, man. And he's a real powerful, prominent, well-known speaker, man. And we were trying to get him on, man. And that's Eric's teacher. That's Eric's teacher, man, which is another honor to have with us is Eric, man. Uh, so
30,
yeah,
30 years plus his study.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
So yeah, so it's an honor to had this opportunity, man, to build with these guys, man. And yeah, fam, just tune in, man. All right, what you think, King?
yeah. So you know, and it was suggested by Queen Yamaya that we you know, that we get some of the members together, and we each pick a little group of the 42 laws Ma'at, and give a good description of those. You know, not the whole 42 in one session. You know, 5, maybe 3, maybe 2. I don't know how many. You just break it on down to however many participants we got, and even if we only have a few participants, we still ain't gonna do a guap um, uh, of the 42 laws, you know, at one time, you know, because there's a lot to study in that and a lot to share. So, you know, that's
Yeah.
that's one of the other things. So any other members that want to, or anybody that wants to participate in that, you know, we haven't set a date for that, but it's coming up soon. You know, we study Ma'at as a central force of it all. You know, so
And if you think about it, if you heard Infudishi, he said that inside of uh 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 the uh the king, the pharaoh's
yeah, that one that was just a priest.
right, he wasn't even a pharaoh, but inside his tomb was the 42.
Yeah, the original.
The
What
original 42, right? And so you got to understand that
Well, he
this
said the
is
original. He said the original laws of mine. I don't know if there's a
yeah,
42,
because there's
or
more than 42, but I'm just
whatever.
saying that we understand that this predates the Bible, but by thousands and thousands of years. So we're not talking about no Bible, but we will find 10 of your commandments within the laws of Ma'at. Okay.
Right.
You're going to find your 10 commandments inside those laws of Ma'at, which predates your Bible by thousands and thousands of years. Family, pay attention to this. This is good stuff here, man. It's
And at the
really,
same
really
time, while
good
you
stuff.
contemplate that thought, recognize how cognitive dissonance is whooping your head as you ponder these thoughts.
Let me tell you this, that even the 42 laws of Ma'at, or the laws of Ma'at, predates Moses by thousands of years. Not just the Bible, but Moses.
Right.
All right. I ain't saying he exists because I feel Moses do not exist. He never existed. But I'm just saying, according to the story, I'm just saying this right here, the 42 laws predates Moses. Moses' story, then put it like this: the story of Moses, or Moses himself. It predates him by, again, King, thousands of years.
And it
Okay?
predates the biblical creation story by as much.
I'm just saying it's before all that stuff, man. I'm just saying so we just got to understand that, family. Understand
These are
that.
real people. These are real people.
Real
that you
people.
Can tell real truth
Real
to
events.
your children about.
Real events, real people, real times, real events, family. That's what it's about. That's what and if you have any discrepancies, all you gotta do is just look up this name, and then go and punch it up. Look it up. Look it up. All you gotta do is just look it up, man. It's gonna tell you all about them, man. Real people, real time, real events. Family. That's all I'm telling you. Just look it up, man. So don't never take nobody's word for it. Do your own research. Look it up yourself. It's right here. This is the name, right here. And this is the name, and this book is by, written by Wakuwa Air, right? But we got, we got books that's written by a brother named Mr. Imhotep. His name is Mr. Imhotep, right? And then you got a book too, King, that's written by the same person right here. This book right here. This book right here is written by Mr. Imhotep right here. I Love Africa. Right here. See? So you can get these books from, so this is where you can get these children's books. Mr. Imhotep got a nice collection. You start with him. He has a really good collection, family. Start with him, man. You can get it. Mr. Imhotep. Check that name out. What's his name? You got I think your book is by him.
Yeah, let me get
right here. Muata Ashby. You got a book by him. You got a book by him, right?
That's
This is another book by him. So he got a nice collection as well. Check this brother out, right? Real nice writer, man. He writes this is another children's book. See this? It's another children's book, family, that we have, right? My sons have read all these books, right? But yeah, see,
by the same author.
Same author right here, same brother. So, right. So this is that's who wrote this book. So get with that brother, man. He got a nice collection as well, family. You can get all those children books from them. Go ahead, King.
Here's a surprise for you. Look up Scott Peters. Look up Scott Peters. Read his bio and check that out. This one gonna surprise you. But I checked this file. I did a lot of research on him before I bought this, and I say that motherfucker legit enough.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, so family, those are some of the books. There's some of the people that you can get the books from, if you're interested in getting some of the books on your for yourself. But if not, all you gotta do is just participate. You can get the books free. These books is like they're reasonable books. I think these books is like what, about I don't know, about $15-$20 a piece or something like that. Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can get
Well,
them
this one
reasonable.
right here, this one right here is $20 right here, 19.99. Bang, bang, bang. Right, this book right here. I'm just saying, but you know, and we got several of them, man. I got a bunch. We got books, man.
And we giving them away free too.
Yeah,
We giving them
these
away
free.
free.
We giving these away
So,
free. These free books. I got books. I got all kind of books. I got books over
so
here.
I challenge people. Look at that.
Yeah, I got
So I
books all up
challenge
here.
people. I'm gonna throw out a
Books all
challenge,
up
man.
here.
Come on and bring your children
I
in,
got
man.
books over here.
Experience some of that literature, Jamie, floating
I
around
got
there.
books everywhere,
You
man.
know,
I
for
got
the
all
kids.
kind of books.
You know, and just
I got I got a whole look at that. Look at this family. I got books. I got books for the kids. I got all kind of. I got look at that. I got books. I said we can give. I got books to send it. I mean, look, man, we got books. Family, we got books. Family. All we got to do is just participate, man. And you ain't even got to buy them. We already
Right.
bought them. We already bought them. We're just gonna give them to you. All you gotta do is just put your name in the chat. Hey, you gonna win, man. Somebody gonna win, man. Guaranteed, man. We got, and it's a fair pick. It's gonna be done by
A digital,
digital
a spinner,
computer.
a
Yep, you're
spinner.
gonna be able
You
to
put the
see it
names in
yourself.
there.
Yep,
Yeah,
you'll be able to see it
put the
yourself,
names
man.
in
You
there, you spin that motherfucker, and whoever get hit on, winner, chicken dinner.
winner. That's right, man. So that's it. So family, just come on in. Bring the kids. You know what I mean? The books ain't long, short books. They're really short. You know what I mean? Like, look, we got justice right here. One of the principles of my aunt, right? Right? Short book, man. It take a kid about 10 minutes to read this book. See that? Short books, man. Nice books, man.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, fam. Just come on in, man. The back of the book. See that? Look at that. See that? Beautiful boy.
Give us somebody to give some books away to.
Huh?
I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
give us somebody to give some books away to.
That's right. Yeah, we trying to get ready, get these books to somebody, man. Oh, I want all the kids to win something, man. Win some of these books, man, and then uh, family, you can go ahead and add to your kids, library, man. You know what I mean? And this is gonna teach them their history and where they came from and who they are, man. And they could, you know what I'm saying, and show them that our history started way before slavery, King. Our history started way before slavery, man. Way before slavery, man. That we don't just have a slave history. We got a beautiful history, man, and it's showing it right here. We got it right here. We got all that history right here, man. It's all right here, and Unc got it all over there, right there. You know what I mean? He got it right there, man. I'm telling you, he got it right there, man. All our history, man.
And
It's
this
all
is a
right there,
reading
man.
book. Ain't no pictures in this one. This is for the reader right here.
Yeah, and that's for the big boys. That's for the hey, that's for the big boys. I got grandkids that's 13, 14. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah, they gonna be reading big books. They read they read my books. This is what they reading. They reading out. Bang, that's what they reading. Look at that. This is the kind of stuff
Oh
they
yeah,
read.
yeah. You gotta talk about that before we get off.
Oh yeah. Hey, so fam, look at this here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but
Yeah, you can see it.
this is good. This is the King's List. Everybody should own a King's List. This right here, this is where our history. This is a major part of our history, family. Major part of our history. When you get into this, family, listen, man, when you get into this, look at that. Know thyself. That's all. That's what it's about, man. You see that Sankofa?
Yeah, and,
Look at that.
Becky put that together. You gotta thank the Queen for doing that. That ain't light work.
Right. This is our booklet right here, family. But when you get into this, I'm just telling you, fam. When you get into this King's List right here, this is our history right here. This part of our history. This just part of it, right? This just part of it. But this is where it begins right here. It's a King's List, fam. This is, like I said, this starts from the pre-dynastic period and goes all the way down to like 44 BCE, like, like right before, Jesus, right before Jesus. Hey, but
Right
listen, I
before,
got
and,
right before.
and that was around the time where Richard Pryor recognized that book that we just seen.
But see, but see, my 13, 14, they gonna be read they books. This the books they read. See this? See,
Yeah,
yeah, Chancellor
man.
Williams. You know what I mean? And I got a whole host of other books right behind me here, man. That
Right.
yeah. But I'm just saying, King, like, hey, so family, I'm telling you, this is where you just don't understand, man. That they're taking this out of the schools, and it's up to us to don't let them forget who they are and where they came from, man. That's all. That's it.
Hey, so be sure to like, please comment. We like comments. I like comments. Bring some comments on, man, so we can discuss something, man. And then you can provide us some information, with pros or cons, whatever, man. Just comment something, man. It's such a practice. Just float the, but just comment something, like, subscribe if you like, ring that notification bell, definitely, if you decide to subscribe. And then you can always go over to the Facebook group page, Sankofa a buck 80 degrees. That's 180 degrees. And just scroll through, man, and I'm sure you find something to your flavor. We got holistic stuff on there. We got, a little bit of a variety of things. So, but mainly that Nile Valley history. So, blessings to you all, man. Thank you for participating. Thank you, Jamie, for always being committed, man. The commitment is a big thing, man. So, thank you. And thank you for the wake up, King.
Ain't no question, man. Thank you, man. Shit, I mean, you inspired me to keep going because I don't want you to pass me. So I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. I gotta go, and now I gotta start reading even more now, and looking at different, just I gotta go in different areas, man. To stay ahead of the game, King. We're messing with you because you pretty
Yeah.
damn fast, man. Every time I look up, I'm like, damn, you still here? Damn. And
Yeah,
I look my
exactly.
damn down, going as fast as I can. I look up, damn, you right here? Damn. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, it's fun though. It's fun though, man. That's what I was saying earlier, man. There ain't no competition, man. We just be going at it. We be building. We don't agree on everything either. Jamie just put some shit out there that I ain't, about, it was mainly me, that put in the effort. Man, I tell you, man, people, if y'all was on that phone call, any other phone calls, and we had a lot of them, right? We still got a lot of them, but in the beginning, it was bang, right? If y'all had been on there, you'd be like, damn, Jamie smooth with his shit. Yeah, so it's a combined effort, man, and just like it is now, we really just inspire each other, man, and you can be inspired too. So, and we could be inspired by others. So it's pretty
It's
cool.
fun too, man. We got a brotherhood here, man. Family, come and join, man. We got a little brotherhood going here. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
And sister and
like I
queen.
said, and sisters, come on in, man. We youngsters, come on in, man. We ain't doing a whole bunch of cussing and all that kind of, but we ain't gonna talk bad over here either. Okay. All I'm saying is this here, man. Come on in, man. Sisters, brothers, youngsters, come on in, man. We ain't tripping. You are welcome, and you will be able to share whatever's on your mind.
Hey, so I want to throw a little plug out for Darian Draper, man, over there in Lansing, Michigan. Moss Man. He just opened up a new shop in Frandor. Go and get them supplies. Go get your education. Go get your healing. And then if you want to get into some comedic thought, some other thought, Darian Draper, we're trying to get him on and do a presentation too. But he just opened up another location, right, in Frandor. So going over there and see my man and just serve the public. This guy said Claude, what's his last name? Forgot his last name. But he said, if you just if you take invest in a Black business, right? So whatever bill you're gonna give, you put a mark on it. and you tell that person to invest in a black business. And when he puts that dollar bill in that black business, then to put a check mark on it, right? And then pass that on. The next thing you know, it's just magnifying, you know, monopolized and stuff like that. So I've done that a few times here already. You know, you got a cat that can cook some good fish down at the spot down here. He done boned out now, but you know, that's where I first did my impartation of that act right there. So, and I've done it at a few other places too. So at least my mark gonna be on it. How about yours? You know, you gonna put a mark on, right?
Right.
Right.
All right,
All right,
fam.
Kenny.
All right, family. Hey, peace out. Peace. We love you. Like I said, like, subscribe, share, comment, and most importantly, bring the kids, man, so we can so they can hear some of these get some of these books and we can keep our history alive. All right, family.
Big ups to you, King. Thanks for the commitment all the time.
For sure, King. You too, man. You too. Thank you for the commitment. I know you be drained just like me, King, but hey, we keep on pushing, man. You know what I mean? Between you doing all the work you do and all the community services that you know that you work, man, and that you spearhead, King. You know what I mean? And I know you busy, man. You out and about. You counseling and you you know you mentoring, man. And hey, man, you doing a lot, man. And then you, on top of that, man, you got time to sit back on Sundays and you know present, you know, and you know even you know preparing for a presentation, even like today. I mean, this was supposed to be another brother was supposed to be presenting, and just out the blue, he couldn't. You know, he wasn't able to you know to present. You know, due to you know he had some
Responsibility.
responsibilities came up, right? And so the brother, so look, the brother came out and and did a good presentation, man, just on the fly. So I'm just saying, man, like King, for you to be able to do that, man. I mean, you know, you that's pretty impressive, man, and I appreciate you, man.
Hey, I appreciate you too, man. You know, this just wiles me up, man. You know, it just wiles me all the way out, dude. I freaking love it. I love it, man. You know, and I'd rather die with it than without it, man.
That's right, man.